Guys, what is going on? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, Lenny, dude, hit me up in the Discord, man. Hit me up in the Discord either later on tonight or sometime this week, okay? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. 2000s guy, what's up, dude? Laughing Man, what's up, dude? Guys, we're gonna do the first 45 minutes for Discord members only. So guys, I'm gonna drop the link in the Discord. So guys, anyone who wants to come on up, guys. Once again, guys, we're gonna code our language. No swearing, no slurs, none of that, guys. All you mods, I need you guys to be extra vigilant. You know what I'm saying? Because we might have some knuckleheads coming in here. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want that to happen and get the stream taken down. So let me just make someone else a mod here also. Let's do this. Yeah, so we are good. Okay. Laughing Man's here. What's up, dude? Good to see you as usual. Good to see you, man. Where are we? Kelvin's here. Kelvin, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Said Jasmine Ratchet. Lenny, what's up, dude? Daniel's here. Patrick's here. What's up, Patrick? Tim Hicks is here. Good to see you, man. Good to see you guys. Steve, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I see you too.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Now, guys, let's break some news first. Let me do this quick, and then we'll get. I want to know what quote unquote conspiracy theories that you guys think are true, right? Because guys, there's always ones that we that we know of, right? Some of them we scoff at, obviously, but guys, I think all of us have one that we're like, you know what? That's probably true. You know what I'm saying? Guys, let's break some news. And guys, this is loud. Watch your ears. Guys, look, here's another one.
Following for more than a year.
A second teacher now at a Hudson Elementary School has been charged with making inappropriate contact with a student. Audrey Russo joins us now live from the newsroom with more details. Audrey?
Jason, Lauren, yeah, I spent the past few hours combing through the documents. Abigail Faust resigned from her job at Rivercrest Elementary last year. At the time, Faust was accused of failing to report an alleged relationship between a fifth grader and fellow teacher Madison Bergman, who also resigned. Court documents now show police believe Faust herself
Wait a minute. Wait.
Was also having an inappropriate relationship with a different fifth grader.
With a fifth grader! Inappropriate relationship with a fifth grader. Look at that! Clown world! What is going on? 10-year-old kids. Wow. Look at that. Guys, that is insane. Look at that. Yeah, DCM. Look at that. Yeah. It's not an inappropriate relationship. It's SA. Facts.
Carol Levin got a hold of the criminal complaint last night. It suggests investigators uncovered Faust's relationship through Bergman's text messages.
So these two female teachers knew about this, and they were both essaying students, and they were both covering for each other.
Interviews with students and the fifth grade student in question. Now, in the
Damn.
complaint, that student, now 12 years old, told a Hudson police detective Faust pushed him up against a wall and kissed him on the cheek.
Damn.
He stated that it made him...
He's 10 years old. Guys, I don't have any kids, but if someone did this to my 10-year-old son, that's what I do.
Feel uncomfortable and scared. The complaint goes on to say, quote, he stated that he never wants to see her again. Now, we reached out to Hudson's school district leaders who tell us, in part, we recognize that trust is essential in our school community, and we remain committed to providing a safe learning environment for every student. Now, neither teacher is in custody. Bergman is awaiting trial.
Guys, they're not even in jail. They let them out on bond. Guys, look at that. Clown world.
Coming up, I'll have more on what the district says it's doing to protect its students. But for now, I'll send things back to you.
Holy
Very disturbing new details
what
there,
a
Audrey.
joke.
Thank you.
And guys, you guys remember this chick, the San Mateo County Sheriff? Here we go.
Let's start with the latest on the effort to oust San Mateo County Sheriff Christina Corpus.
Corpus and her legal team are making one last push for county supervisors to wait until a civil grand jury can hear the case.
And that hearing before a retired judge is set to start on Monday. I-Team reporter Dan Noyes is here with the very latest. You've been following this story for months.
Well, Larry and Kristen, this was the first appearance for Tom Perez since he joined the Corpus legal team. And today he called on San Mateo County
You
supervisor.
guys might remember that this is the Ponytail Patrol Sheriff that got caught with gross incompetence, an atmosphere of bullying and harassment. And they spent the last year and a half trying to get her out of there, you know?
To put their hearings on hold. Tom Perez is a former high-level official in the Obama and Biden administrations.
That's not a good sign.
No.
Hey, Snowboard.
Nope.
I don't think that's something you want to brag about.
Nope.
That's not something you want to put on a resume. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. You know what I'm saying? Get the likes up. Guys, make sure you are subbed, guys. I'm almost at 17K, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we are trying to crack 17K. So, guys, I want to try and hit 17K this very stream. So, I need 5 more subs, guys. So, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So,
Civil rights prosecutor at the Department of Justice. But today he had one request for the San Mateo County
you know
supervisor.
what's crazy, Snowboard? This dunderheaded sheriff, she hired a civil rights attorney when she was the one infringing on people's civil rights. She was harassing other women and other minorities, calling people names and slurs and all types of crazy stuff. Because this is what happens when you give the majority of women power, any type of power at all. They're demons, man. Demons.
On behalf of Sheriff Christina Corpus.
And the request is that the civil grand jury proceeding, which would give a community a voice in this matter, proceed first.
Perez argued that a jury of her peers should handle the case, and the 2 of the supervisors had already made up their minds and announced the sheriff should be fired. Perez said Sheriff Corpus was a target virtually from the day she started in the department.
Please.
She walks in her first day in the job, or one of her first days. How you doing? She's asked by somebody, you look like you should be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. That's one of her colleagues.
Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Hey, Snowboard, you know how these fake hate crimes that black people say against white people, and they always say what they think a white person would say to them? You know? Dude, people don't say that. Men don't go, hey, you look like you should. She's saying what she thinks she's saying what she would say to a woman. She was a guy, or the
like Jesse
stereotypical
Smollett.
thing.
This is MAGA country in downtown Chicago.
Nobody says that. Hey, you should be barefoot and pregnant. Nobody says that. Are you serious? Come on, what?
No.
Guys, come on. I'll take things that didn't happen for 1,000, Alex. Come on. Hey. New sheriff.
These media people think white people are like a racist boss.
Uh-oh, Snowboard, your a microphone's cutting out, buddy. Snowboard, you there? Oh, he'll get his mic fixed. But yeah, guys, come on. You guys notice that, though? Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you notice this, right? They always say what it's like they watched a movie about racism or sexism, right? And said, oh, well, that's what a racist person would say. It's like, dude, nobody talks like it. Like, that's what a sexist person would say. Come on, man. That's like the one. You guys remember the story of the chick in Philadelphia who broke into her office and put a noose on her desk? Who would do that? You know what I mean? What are you talking about?
When Corpus became sheriff, Perez told the supervisors she had to change that culture and bring reform in many areas, including deputy overtime. The pushback led to an investigation by retired Judge LaDoris Cordell. Perez read from Cordell's conclusions about the sheriff and her chief of staff.
In fact, the evidence establishes that they have had an intimate relationship. That is patently false, and this will be an exhibit in the defamation case. I guarantee you.
Oh, come on. Look at this sleazeball lawyer, you know?
Because that is provably wrong. We have to prove a negative. We will, because the facts are the facts.
The I-Team has confirmed the civil grand jury requested an unredacted copy of the Cordell report, but the DA's office told them they couldn't have it, that it is inadmissible in court because it's hearsay. That's the report that started the entire controversy.
I think the county is going to regret some of the things that were going to be coming out. The truth will be told, and I think that the county will be embarrassed as to what their actions have been towards.
Yeah, right. Someone says, why is she fighting so hard? Just resign. Someone says she should be in prison. Facts. Look at that.
Me.
Late today, board president David Canepa told me the supervisors may decide to pause their process to allow the grand jury to handle the matter, but not at
the Adrian the Great. What's up, dude? Good to see you guys, man. Good to see all you guys. Red Door, how's it going?
This point.
To me, I don't think that's the prudent way to go about it. I think we have these procedures in place. I do think there will be a time and place.
Snowboard testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Much better now. Yep.
Where the board takes its final action.
He looks like Ron DeSantis, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Where that can be considered.
The Corpus team had a meeting this afternoon with the county council and the district attorney.
All right, guys, look at one more story here, right?
And this guy looks like Steve Bannon, but healthy.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I'm going to do a couple videos. I'm doing one, learn how to fight. You know, guys, you learn how to fight, please. Right? And also, guys, don't mess with single moms. Guys, if I were you, I don't even mess with divorced chicks. Especially divorced chicks, period, but especially not recently divorced chicks, right? Guys, do you know how many men every year get deleted all because the chick is divorced, right? And her husband's like, only I can have you. Next thing you know, you're getting shot. Guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Guys, stay home, play PlayStation or work on your Chevelle. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
Thank you for joining.
David. Of course, it's California.
Joining us on this busy Friday evening, we are on top of several major stories tonight, including the high-stakes meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska, and ICE.
Hey, guys. Hey, Snowboard, have you seen this crazy narrative where everyone's trying to say that what Orange Man's doing in D.C. is wrong because there is no crime in D.C.? It's like, here. Matter of fact, look at this. Instagram.
There's a ton of crime and homeless people in DC.
Of course there is. Let's see. Sorry guys, give me a second to get this. Watch. It's so funny because because there's so many people who don't live in DC that are trying to have an opinion. Guys, I used to live in DC. Well, north of DC. Guys, DC is a hellhole. Okay, guys, look.
I don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. Why the fuck is people that's not from the city saying DC's not that bad? Why is a nigga from Denver, Colorado saying DC's not that bad and Trump is just trying to be a dictator? Gang, DC is fucking like Gotham City, bruh. Like, y'all do not know. Y'all out of town.
It's true, guys. It's true.
Yeah.
Guys,
yeah, I had some people.
Keep going.
I had some people visit from like Russia, and they went to Washington D.C. like 2 weeks ago, and they're walking around, Lincoln Monument and stuff. But then they went like to the FBI building, and there's a homeless guy sleeping on the steps of the FBI building. They're like, this is like an embarrassment.
It's crazy.
It's bad.
Guys,
DC is trash. It's the only good thing about it is has enough enough tourists and stuff coming in during the day, but besides that, it's hood.
Well, the crime statistics have been going down because the police and the mayor have been telling officers to not make arrests and to let the people go. So all these Kia boys and all this other stuff, are all just running rampant. You guys remember I did the story on them closing McDonald's and stuff, and like all the stores leaving DC? If the crime numbers are down, why are all the stores leaving? Look at this.
Owners, Mo, mind y'all fucking business, bro. 4 infants got killed in a month. This shoot is every day. Contact is every day. The city is fucking wild right now, bro. And it might say it's the lowest it's ever been. That's because these niggas is not getting caught. There's so much shit going on. Y'all don't even know, bro. I'm recovering from getting shot in DC, gang. So if y'all out of town to be like DC's not that bad and this shit don't need to be done, y'all don't know shit, bro. Like for real, y'all don't know shit, bro. What Donald Trump is doing right now, getting the homeless off the street and putting all these law enforcement people in throughout DC, that shit needs to be done good. I'm tired of fucking Gotham City, gang. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I'm trying to go to U Street and not have to worry about running from fucking bullets, bro. I'm sick of that shit, gang.
See? There you go. But Trump's a dictator. He's a dictator. Insane. Look at this, guys.
An officer is accused of installing hidden cameras in her ex-husband's home and putting tracking devices on his vehicle in an effort to stalk him. The officer denies the allegations, claiming the cameras were used to monitor their infant child.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
But as Team 10 investigator Austin Grabish uncovered, the officer has previously been reprimanded for hacking a phone.
Look at that.
Stephanie, can we ask you a couple of questions about the hearing today? Officer Stephanie Cockrell wasn't eager to talk. Did you install hidden cameras in your ex-husband's home? At a recent hearing, a judge and an attorney for...
Hey, Snowboard, what do we say about dating cops over here?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Her ex-husband grilled her. Team 10 has learned Stephanie is accused of installing this spy camera disguised as a USB charger in her ex-husband's La Mesa home. Stephanie and Tyler Cockrell both work for the San Diego Police Department. Tyler says he found the spy cam in his kitchen back in 2021.
Damn.
And he claims he found other cameras under his bed and beneath furniture. He provided screenshots to the court of his ex allegedly installing the devices after she moved out.
Damn.
The veteran officer even...
Look at that, guys. I'm not going to be ignored, Dan. Yeah, guys, we haven't...
Monster. That's how the judge described Brittany Lyons before sentencing her to 100 years to life Lyons is a former babysitter who pleaded guilty to
Guys, I covered this case.
assaulting young girls that she was hired to look after in Carlsbad.
Look at that.
NBC7's Nicole Gomez was in the courtroom when the emotional victim impact statements were read. Joining us live right now from the Vista Courthouse. Just horrible, Nicole.
Marianne, this was probably one of the toughest.
Yeah, she's got a mannish jaw, right?
Yeah.
Sentencing hearings
Yes.
I've ever been to. Nearly everyone in the court was crying. I myself was fighting back tears. The victims' families have been waiting years and years. They wanted desperately to go to trial, did not agree with this plea deal, but they have been waiting nearly a decade for this day to come.
All the families are right. The defendant is a monster.
Guys, she was a babysitter that was essaying young kids, young girls. Look at this.
But it's a
After nearly 10 years, Brittany Lyon sentenced to 100 years to life in prison after
Good.
pleading guilty to assaulting young girls she was hired to look after in Carlsbad.
Damn.
In 2016, Brittany Lyon and her boyfriend, Samuel Cabrera Jr., were arrested. Prosecutors say she filmed her boyfriend assaulting two 7-year-olds multiple times.
Whoa!
Jesus.
Whoa! Look
Jesus.
at that. Holy moly. I forgot about this. Yeah, I covered this in a video. Damn.
Over the course of a year, even a 3-year-old was involved and assaulted as well. Her boyfriend was convicted in 2021 by a jury and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Earlier this year, Lyon pled guilty in connection with the case. Today, several victims' family members gave victim impact statements, and the court ordered us to blur their faces.
I hope you never get out, as you don't deserve.
Guys, why even waste tax dollars?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just take care of business and then charge the offender's families for the ordinance. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
To be a part of this community, you can't be trusted, no matter what people, no matter what you want people to believe. You made your choice to be with a sick, twisted individual and molest children. You knew what you were doing.
No matter what you think, you have no idea what heartbreak feels like until your 7-year-old daughter asks you if she's in trouble for getting molested.
Damn.
Brittany manipulated our daughter to make her think she was doing something wrong by being the victim of child molestation.
Jesus.
Brittany manipulated our daughter to make her think she was doing something wrong by being the victim of child molestation. I repeat, Brittany Lyon manipulated our daughter to make her think that she was doing something wrong by being the victim of child molestation. I'll write it 700 more times if that's what it takes for you to realize that Brittany should never be considered for early release parole or any lessening of sentences or charges. She is a monster.
Now, prosecutors say that because of California's elderly parole program, there is a chance that Lyon could be released at the age of 50. However, the judge said that is highly unlikely. We're live in Vista. Nicole Gomez, NBC7. Oh.
Damn. Look at that, guys. Now, guys, we'll do one ICE update here. But guys, let's do this first. Watch this. Here's snowboard. Look.
My father's been in this country for 35 years. The majority of us never bothered to go get papers, never bothered to go get a license. We'll spend $15K on a quinceañera, but they won't spend $15K on an immigration lawyer.
There you go.
Yep.
Do that all the time, guys. Don't we say that all the time?
Yep.
Right? Look at that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, para la niña. Tú pon para las cervezas, tú pon para el salón, tú pon para el vestido.
Para la banda.
Para la banda, para que toque toda la noche, right? Tú para el pastel. Le vamos a hablar al tío, no sé quién,
Vamos a
para
dar
qué.
puros padrinos.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, we did the same shit for my sister's 15. No, que tu tío va a poner para esto, tu primo le está yendo bien, que él ponga para las videos. Like, yo, come on, man. But we don't have enough money to become citizens in this country, let's be honest. So I don't think this is our fight, Mexican. I think we have bigger fish to fry. As Mexican Americans here, as Mexicans in America, I think we have bigger fish to fry than to be worried about immigration. My father
There you go. Right there, right?
has been in this country.
Look at this. This guy says, I remember going to my ex's daughter's quinceañera. They dropped at least $30,000. They have the DJ,
Jesus.
they have the rants, they had a dancing robot, the horses, open bar. But everyone lived in an apartment, had 5 or 6 roommates. Makes no sense. You could have dropped $30K on their college. Facts. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Guys, I'm telling you, right? How many times do we see all these knuckleheads? He's been here for 30 years and you couldn't be a citizen yet?
Yeah, it's a lack of respect that they didn't want to go through the process of being a citizen. And I'm sure it's probably a pain in the ass. It's probably not fun, but if you have over a decade and you want to live here, you should want to be on the team.
And also too, do you guys remember the one B-Dub who said that they were giving licenses? They were selling. Look at this. 2,000 Kentucky driver's licenses were revoked.
Oh my God!
Let's go,
Several.
Dude, man, homegirl on the left she can get it. How you doing? Both of them are pretty good. Good looking.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
Here, I'll go left, snowboard, you go right.
I'll take the one on the right. Yeah, I'll take the one on the right.
An investigation into a reported fraud scheme involving Kentucky driver's license.
This week, a former Kentucky clerk told a Louisville news station that her
I just reported on this. Remember?
coworkers sold
like 2 days ago.
driver's licenses.
2,000 of them, though.
They couldn't legally obtain. Governor Andy Beshear addressed the situation today, saying, quote, irregularities were found. LEX 18's political reporter, Carolina.
Irregularities. Is that not the most political answer you've ever? Well, there were some irregularities.
Buchek has the story.
Governor Andy Beshear confirmed.
Her, not so much. Guys, man, these chicks are both hashtag couple nuts and go, dude. Straight up,
Fired, and almost 2,000 driver's licenses or credentials, and almost 2,000 driver's licenses or credentials have been revoked.
The revoked credentials, if used, would not work at an airport, would be flagged.
There you go. But yeah, guys. So I was gonna find a U.S. foreign-born population not specified 2.2 million. What does this mean?
As the president's mass deportation effort continues, we have some new numbers showing the impact, an estimate of exactly how many people have been removed or left the U.S.
Nah. Hey, goodbye. Get rid of them. Do the uprights.
So NBC7 Shelby Bramer brings up.
Look at the cans on this chick.
Yeah. Yep.
You seeing this, guys? Look at this, man. Look at the man shoot.
A pair of titties make you want to stand up and beg for buttermilk.
So a few cases out of San Diego's immigration court to tell that story.
As I went into an immigration courtroom, I walked through probably about a
She looks like a Shelby.
a dozen masked, armed federal agents.
Good.
They were waiting for a couple who had a hearing but never showed up. Everyone else who had a hearing walked by those agents too, including
Look at these dunderheaded broads protesting. Look at this. Safety legal. Please.
a man who's been here for decades.
I
and
never
wasn't sure if
understand when people protest, they make the shittiest sign from like a piece of trash. Like, can you make a decent sign? Spend like $15 making a sign? Like that sign is useless. We can't even see what it says. I don't understand where that comes from.
were there for
Jason Harden, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
him.
Captain Palsy, how's it going, man?
40 years.
Since this man came to the U.S. from Mexico, he got married, started a business, and raised 4 children.
And he has a Louis Vuitton belt, a pretty nice ring, and he couldn't be a citizen? And he couldn't get his
How are you
citizenship?
going to have a business and you don't want to be a citizen here? It doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. I do not know.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
I'm not a bad person. I'm coming to working, and I'm still working here, and I have my family.
His immigration case was closed last year when the government agreed he just wasn't a priority for deportation.
Yeah.
2 months ago, that all changed.
And then all of a sudden,
that cases are being brought back up.
Good.
Simply, in my opinion, to get the maximum number of people in detention.
TTM says,
Well,
y'all-
yeah.
Y'all better learn to SD for some citizens.
Or taken out of the country.
Hey, they
His
got to
attorney,
swallow
Emily
their
Woods-
pride and just fill out the paper. What are you trying to succeed in America or not?
All right, guys, let's here. We'll watch like 30 seconds of this, and then we'll actually get into the topic. Okay.
Still says reopening old cases, making courthouse arrests. It's all created so much more fear.
This is upending. This is like the table turning over, and all the requirements that we were told to complete just basically being thrown out and saying, "Oh, now there's really not much you can do."
We've watched as the federal government has detained and removed people or encouraged them to leave of their own accord. The attorney for the couple that didn't show up said that they had talked about self-deporting.
Good.
Each of these cases we now know have added up. New census data shows that the foreign-born population in the U.S. has declined by 2.2 million people from January to July.
Let's go. Let's go. Look at that, guys. That's what I'm talking about.
That's that less traffic.
Leno, what? How the hell have you been, buddy? Good to see you, man. Guys, you guys remember a snowboard? There was a video of the one chick that I showed you. She was like, "Oh, well, I work in the ER in LA, and it's just crazy because our ERs are so slow because the illegals are so scared to go out." So that's proof that that's better for us.
Yeah.
Now in LA, if you fall and have a compound fracture, or if your wife is going into labor, she can go straight to the ER.
Yeah.
If the ERs are ever full of non-citizens, that's a bad thing, you dunderhead.
Yeah, and they're going in for like the sniffles when they should just be at home taking ibuprofen or something, and they like are taking up a really good spot.
Yeah. Time Cat says, "I'm Canadian." Ah, sorry, man. I'm sorry that you grew up, that you're from that woke feminist hellhole. He says, "Our police just announced that if you have traditional values and don't want transformer kids, you're an extremist." Well, our prime minister says, "Oh man, Muslim values are Canadian values, please."
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Which is, Muslims don't like any of that stuff. They're actually pretty traditional.
Time Cat, hey dude, maybe not this Thursday, guys. This Thursday, I'm gonna try and do. The UK is cooked again because the last stream didn't work out. Next Thursday, not this Thursday, next, I'm going to do a Canada is cooked. So Time Cat, any of you Canadians, 9 p.m., not this Thursday, the next one. If you guys want to be on the panel, I want you guys on the panel, okay? So you can, because we kind of know from the news, but we want to hear what you guys have to say.
That's the biggest 6-month drop on record.
I like United States, and I don't want to go back to Mexico. I want to stay here.
He says he still has hope and he still loves this country. You've been here for so long. Do you consider yourself American?
Yes.
I think
You've been had. Bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Nope. Hey guys, here's the crazy thing. Guys, what does it take to be American? American citizenship. Guys, we don't have an ethno-national standard. Anyone can come here and be American. It's actually the easiest to be American. This is one of the easiest countries to actually be a part of the country because guys, I can't move to Poland and be Polish because I'm not ethnically Polish. I can't move to China and be Chinese because I'm not ethnically Chinese. We're one of the only places on earth where all you have to do is do it the right way and you are American. And these dunderheads, these morons, these idiots, they can't even do that right. I'm gonna lose my shit over here, dude. I swear to God. Okay, here we go.
I think the fact that he feels like he's a member of this society is because he legitimately is a member of this society.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And this dunderhead can vote, guys.
Member of this society. He came here when he was 18. He's almost 60 years old. This has been his life.
That man was ultimately not detained, and he'll appear before a judge again in
They'll get him. The only reason why they didn't get him is because of the cameras.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that they got a bunch of Chinese illegals the other day? Like, this is a race thing. Oh no, they got like 2,000 Chinese people too, dude. They got them. So guys, we're gonna talk about conspiracy theories, right? Okay. Which ones do you guys think are true? Okay. It always interests me, guys, because a lot of conspiracy theories, you know what I'm saying? The flat earth thing. Come on, dude. No, but okay. There's a couple of the ones that the number one conspiracy theory, guys, I don't think that the Twin Towers, guys, what the government said happened didn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, guys, like I said, I don't know what happened, but I know that didn't happen.
Yeah, there's too many problems.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Guys, it just doesn't make any sense. And the way that those towers went down, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you gone down the rabbit hole of workplace accidents, and then or on YouTube, or you looked at you've gone down the rabbit hole of demolitions where you watch the Kingdom get blown up and all these, where you actually see controlled demolitions. Guys, I've spent entire nights awake while watching controlled demolitions.
Yeah.
Guys, come on, dude. Those Twin Towers look like that. They just did,
And Building 7.
Yes, thank you.
No plane. Kind of funny how no plane really hit that one and went down the same way, isn't it?
And it's so funny because even if you question it at all, they're like, oh, you did some crazy thing. I'm not saying I know what happened. I'm just saying that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Yes, hold on. DTM's making a good point. And how it hasn't happened since. Are people honestly trying to tell me that we're 1,000 bazillion % safer now than we were back then? All because we have to take off our shoes and friggin' stand in that stupid thing and have it go and friggin' irradiate our testicles? I mean, come on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
I mean, that one day is really where there's so many rabbit holes of just about how you can be disinformed, and they'll just lie to your face. Oh, we found their IDs on the ground. That's the one thing that didn't burn. It's come on, guys. And then at the Pentagon, there's no pieces of a plane that hit there, and it hit right where that filing cabinet is. And you can't tell me the Pentagon isn't watching everything 24/7 all the time. It's the most guarded building on the planet. Oh, we don't actually have any footage of that. So it's a coordinated effort, and it's partly, I think it's partly an inside job to to justify wars against Muslim in the Middle East for various reasons.
Here's the thing. I guess this kind of piggybacks to guys. I dropped the link in the Discord. I'll do like another 5 minutes for Discord members only, and then I will drop the StreamYard link. Guys, make sure no cussing, no swearing, no code your language, please.
Yes.
If you talk some crazy stuff, I will have to kick you. I don't want to do that, because I decided on the channel that we're going to cover more spicy topics. Guys, I honestly believe that that FDR knew about Pearl Harbor too. They knew about it and they let it happen. There's actual documented evidence that there was communique that was intercepted by our intelligence agency that was saying that there was going to be an attack somewhere on one of the Hawaii naval bases. So they moved our aircraft carriers. You guys don't think it's a little fishy that our aircraft carriers, our most important ships, just happen to be out at sea that day? Isn't it funny how that works?
Yeah, I mean the Gulf of Tonkin incident is very similar too.
Yeah, and guys, once again, we were in the middle of the Depression. You know what I mean?
They need to simulate a war to get everything going.
Yes, and the thing that made us stronger, more economically powerful, and united as a country was World War II.
Yep.
Think about pre-World War II America, one of many empires, and actually an isolationist, weak kind of country. We weren't that powerful on the world stage. You know what I'm saying? Look at post-World War II. Yeah. So, guys, once again, that's what I believe. I think that the Twin Towers, the whole so let's see.
We can just say that we definitely don't think it was just purely jet fuel that did that. It just it goes against physics.
Pearl Harbor, they wrote the code, had a fake broken water treatment plant. Pearl Harbor. Yeah. They knew it was Pearl Harbor. Yeah. So, guys, once again, it just seems a little bit too convenient. And, guys, what do I always say? K bono, right? Who benefits?
Mm-hmm.
Who benefits? And here's the thing. The way that they stop people from questioning is trying to ridicule those that actually ask the questions, right? Now guys,
they shame you. It's mostly shame for even. Yep. It's like, how dare you even consider it?
Yeah.
So and these things are an emotional thing. So people do have an emotional action. People died on that day, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
But if you bring up that, say like, hey, maybe there was explosives in that building.
Yeah.
Guys, things like that. They can't logically even start thinking of it because they're just like so disgusted you might even suggest it.
Yeah, look what David said about friggin' Weekend at Bernie's. Facts, guys. That has to be the most obvious gaslighting. Guys, come on, guys. Put a one if you knew for a fact.
Yeah.
That Sleepy Joe had lost his damn mind. Guys, come on, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Come on. Guys. Guys, it was almost elder abuse at one.
I know. I actually.
Why was he out here? Why? And guys, there's people. Well, snowboard. You're just a MAGA guy, a blind MAGA guy. You're just whether you voted for Orange yet or not. No one guys. Would you let this guy be your Uber driver?
No. Would
you let this guy drive a city bus?
No.
I mean, come on. It is crazy because from when he got elected, it was like a year and a half, and then he was completely cooked.
Yeah. And they had him like on the best pharmaceutical drugs,
yeah.
get him jacked up.
Yeah.
Everything was pre-recorded.
They were
Like
making him do
best they can.
2 lines before each debate.
Yeah, Hunter was hooking him up with some.
TJ with the $2, man. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate that.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Yeah, Steve said it the best. Guys, a wartime economy is always good. Guys, I dropped the StreamYard link. Anyone who's come on up, guys, let me know your conspiracy theory. But guys, Ronald Reagan had lost his mind too. His last 2 years in office, they say he lost his mind. He was completely senile, you know? But yeah.
But we have to remember the military-industrial complex likes that because they're just the president to a degree is a puppet. You can't tell me that Joe Biden was not a puppet. Like he's perfect for that. He's just like a meat.
But here's the thing, though. At least presidents are willing puppets. He lost his mind and was. That's
he
bad.
like sold his soul out or something. He's done. Yeah.
Joe Biden go where? Over there, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like taking advantage of a kid with Down syndrome.
It
you know
is,
what I
though.
mean?
Yeah,
You know?
it is.
Guys, man, he was cooked. Even his
Remember when he
last
like
year.
fell off the bike and stuff?
He fell
he's just
down the
not with it,
stairs.
man.
God,
Yeah.
he was cooked. And guys, either side of the political aisle, you have to admit that the last 2 years of his presidency, when he was just babbling, guys, come on. And then they'd be like, oh, wow, he's just a strong president. What, are you
Sharpest
high?
guy ever. I can't keep up with him and stuff.
Are
It's
you
stupid.
high?
Yeah. And the answer is yeah, they were.
Just embarrassing. And then they're like, oh, well, the way Orange Man is acting is embarrassing. Not like this. Biden, he didn't know where he was. He didn't know what he was saying. And then they actually put him against Orange Man in a debate. Do you guys remember how bad that was?
Yeah, it was bad.
He's like, Joe, I don't know what you're saying, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. you know the thing. You know the thing. Like that's like what he's saying about everything. It's like, oh my God.
Guys, hold on to decline. And then we'll move on to
like you could have him do whatever you want if you just give him an ice cream.
Yeah.
You could like have him do like anything.
Yeah, guys. This has to be, guys. What do you
Yeah, that
think,
was an embarrassment.
What do you think is comparable to this level of gaslighting for us?
The Jesse Smollett thing was pretty decent.
Yeah. Because guys, we all knew that was that was a joke. Clayton, no, Japan wasn't going to surrender. Some parts of the military wanted to surrender, but the emperor and the Navy and all them, they weren't going to surrender. Clayton, there's evidence of they were having women and children sharpen wood into spears, and they were training the citizens how to fight American troops. Japan was not going to surrender at all. They were going to go down fighting, dude, straight up.
Yeah, they're the same people. If they mess up a few French fries at McDonald's, they shove a sword through their stomach. They're not going to
you got to realize
go quietly into the night.
Yeah, the Japanese of the early 1900s were a lot different than the Japanese now. But why do you guys? They were so nuts that you guys remember that one guy who was still fighting like 35 years later? Yeah. You know? Jarvis, what's up, dude? DTM, guys, I dropped the StreamYard link, so anyone who has a conspiracy, just hit the button or just drop it in their in the chat here. So, okay, let's see now, guys. The other one here, guys. Michael Jackson, he didn't diddle those kids.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Guys, Michael Jackson was the most powerful man in music at the time. Okay? Guys, Michael Jackson owned so many music catalogs and owned so much stake in different labels. They had to take him down. Look at this. Michael Jackson owned a significant portion of the music publishing industry, primarily through his acquisition of ATV Music Publishing Catalog, which included a vast collection of songs, most notably the Beatles catalog. He got the ATV Music for $47.5 million, and he formed a joint venture with Sony Music called Sony ATV Publishing, where he and Sony owned 50%. So they bought out his share for $750 million. So he owned a quarter of one of the largest music entertainment consortiums on the planet.
Yeah.
And you didn't think there was a reason why they wanted to take care of business?
They're not getting their cut.
Yeah. Yeah. Microphone Dan, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Guys, because even some of the kids went back and said, no. Our parents made us do this.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do that. Michael Jackson, he was a little odd, obviously. But
yeah.
Did he diddle kids? No, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's actually was like a Jehovah's Witness, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Michael Jackson's estate sells music rights to Sony at $1.2 billion. So he owned $1.2 billion worth of the music industry. $1.2 billion. And you don't think that they didn't want to
Hollywood and music small hats aren't going to get their cut? They're going to get their cut.
He owned Bob Dylan, Elvis, and Eminem's catalogs. Look at that. Look at this. I guess his lawyer sold it all. Wow. Look at that. This is a video here. But yeah, the Beatles, Elvis, Eminem, he owned all this and his own.
Yeah, and his own is like the huge money maker still to this day.
Yeah, and people think that
always
he was diddling kids.
Yeah.
It's just so funny, guys, that because I remember at the time everyone's like, "Oh, you don't believe that he didn't?" No, there's not enough evidence. There's not enough evidence. And then, guys, a civil case. People actually think, "Oh, well, you were found guilty in a civil court." Guys, the standard of evidence for a civil case is so low. You know what I'm saying? People can say all types of stuff. And if you're famous and you want stuff to go away, oftentimes people will settle. Even if it's for $500, it still means you settle.
Like Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Who is out walking free, and he had about 13 accusers. It's kind of funny that like 7 of them all just kind of got hit by a car, got sick, stuff like that before they had to testify. Isn't that kind of funny?
Yeah. Funny how that works,
really,
right?
really lucky guy.
Yeah.
Real lucky guy.
Shred Cloud, how's it going, man? Uh-oh. I can't hear you, buddy. I see you're unmuted, but yeah, so guys, those are my ones. The Twin Towers, Pearl Harbor, and Michael Jackson. Guys, Michael Jackson didn't have. Oh, and guys, okay. I don't think that the OJ thing is a conspiracy theory because he did do it. OJ did.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think OJ did it. Because again, guys, if I was him, I'd do it too. I'd have done it too. You're gonna drive by your mansion.
He wasn't a simp. OJ was not a simp.
Yeah. Yep. You're gonna drive by the mansion that you bought and see your ex driving in your Ferrari with her boy toy. Come on. You know?
And you're rich, taking blow every day. You're out of your mind. Like you probably, But I'm saying all those factors go to it. You know.
Yeah.
It's just probably what happened.
Yeah.
I think another.
Hear me?
Yes.
Shred Cloud, say something.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah, we can hear you now. What's up, man?
All right.
How you been?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Good, man. Good. We're talking conspiracy theories, man. You know.
I know I was actually busy doing some work around the house, so I saw the topic and I had to jump in, man. I will wait till you guys move on a bit, but I got lots of conspiracies that I'm in.
Yeah. Well, let's. So Snowboard, you go next, and then Shred Cloud. We'll talk about the ones that we think are true, and then we'll think about the ones that we don't think are true. Also, guys, Mike Tyson didn't do it. He went to jail for. He didn't do it. Because why would he? He didn't essay that chick. He was just a big black dude, heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? So he's a monster. Yeah. And I think that his lawyer told him that if he just pled out, he wouldn't get any jail time. Because he said on record, he might as well have gone back and did it. Because it didn't work out for him. Mike Tyson didn't do it. He didn't do it.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I hesitate to give my opinion when it comes to stuff like that because it's so like none of us were there, right? But like based on his actions since then and just the kind of guy he was, I think he would have admitted now if he did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He already did the time, right? The way Mike Tyson's so off the cuff, I think right now he would be like, oh, screw it, guys. Yeah, I did it. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't admit it. If I had to guess, I'd say Mike Tyson didn't do it. He was set up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think his lawyer told him stuff. Ian, really, how you doing, man?
Good, bro.
Good, man. Talk about conspiracy theories. Guys, make sure code your language. No swearing, please, or the stream will get taken down. Snowboard, dude, you're next.
Yeah. When it came to Twin Towers and all that, I believe that it was half of our government's motivation, particularly like Dick Cheney, to go with Halliburton and play around in the Middle East. But I also believe that it was Israel because now we go and attack every Muslim country that they want over there. And so we're kind of like being their junkyard dog a little bit and got played in it. That's kind of my opinion on that. And I would also say that it seems like I'm blaming small hats for a lot of this stuff, but it's a combination of our government and these people in power. But basically, insurance and pharma are almost like a fourth branch of government. And
Did you call them small hats, bro? Did you call them small hats, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
crazy.
Please stay
we got to be very
hats,
careful.
okay?
And I'm not going to try and blame it all on them.
Hold on, dude.
Okay.
Dude, you are spitting absolute facts, dude.
Yeah.
Absolute facts.
Yeah,
keep going. Yeah.
These work together hand in hand. The pharmaceutical companies are not there to serve you; they're to make you sick. Essentially, we're not healthy. Okay, and another hand of that is the food system.
Yes.
The food system. So it's a wheel. So you're eating the food, you're getting sick from that. Then you're going to pharma, and you need insurance for that. So it's just a wheel of an inefficiency. We can't do anything in this country without having proper insurances for homeowners association.
Yep.
Driving, starting a business, anything.
And it's not like you get the money back if you don't use it. Guys, it should be that if you pay your car insurance for a calendar year, you don't have an accident, you should get the money back.
Hey, bro, but peep this: how the medical companies get the money? They're subsidized by our tax dollars.
That's true.
And then they literally sell it back to us, where we have to pay deductibles and get denied coverage. I've been paying my medical insurance at my job for like 7 years. I've been to the doctor one time in 7 years.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Ian, do you know who Ben Askren is, the fighter?
No, I don't.
Guys, put a 1 if you know Ben Askren. Right?
I know who he is. He just had that double lung transplant.
Guys,
right?
Look, he had to have a double lung transplant. So he had necrotic pneumonia because he had a staph infection that went to his lungs. And guys, look at him now. Look at him. He went from 200 pounds to 135 pounds. Guys, they denied his insurance claim.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah.
So he had to raise $2.5 million. Jake Paul donated. Dana White donated. His alma mater, I think Ohio State, donated. So all these people raised money for him. But he's a pretty wealthy guy, but he didn't have a lot of liquid assets at that time. So he had good insurance, and they still denied his claim.
So bankrupt him, man. If it doesn't kill you, it'll bankrupt you.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. It's basically a parasitic circle. Taxes are a little bit like that, but these are things that were not really considered, taxes. And what the insurance companies will do, they take that money from your monthly payments and go and play on the stock market with it.
Yeah.
And they profit with that as the play money, which you never get any of that money back. So it's very parasitic. And again, a lot of lawyers and stuff are involved in this, and a lot of it is very highly educated small hat people, and they also love to give you very high interest rates. They love 16% on anything like that. They love it. And amongst them, the ones that are the I don't know how to code it, the ones maybe with the curly hair, they don't have to pay. You guys know that they don't have to pay.
They're not allowed to charge each other interest.
Yes. Yeah. So, but they view the people who are not like that.
That's
they call it GOY, and they don't.
Guys, here's the thing about that though. I just wish that people would stop. I'm not saying that any of us complaining, because we're just stating facts. But guys, if other communities would just do the same thing, right? Because you look at so for instance, guys,
that's what Malcolm X wanted to do.
I used to live north of DC, right? And guys, Ethiopians, there's a huge Ethiopian population, right? And so that's how they go with each other. You know what I'm saying? Ethiopians do business with Ethiopians, right? And there's always one of their sisters, brothers, cousins who's a doctor, lawyer, handyman, or whatever. That's how it is in Chinatown. You know what I'm saying? Guys, like Nigerians are the same way. Plus, Nigerians, if they're trying to start a business, they always have a cousin who's a scammer that'll
they're scamming the hell out you.
Hey guys, Nigerians, we would tell you, hey yo, we got a bunch of scammers in our country. A friend of mine's Nigerian. He's like, hey yo, I'll be the first one to tell you.
Hey, I'm in a leadership position at my job. There's a lot of Nigerians there, and the guy tells me one day, he's arguing about another coworker. He goes, if you all left this place and we left him in here, he'd sell everything in his goddamn building before you even got back. And I died laughing. He'd sell everything. He said, if you took 2 days off and you left him here, he'd sell everything. It'd be overseas before you even got back in the morning. He's like, it'll be over.
That's hilarious, man.
It's a lot of this. It's pervasive, man. And the conspiracies, man. What about the BlackRock? What about the lady that she did the lady that just got killed? And they said that she was going to he was going to the WWE offices. Like there's a Bitcoin, and he's on the 33rd floor. I tie all of that type of stuff into each other, man. Like when you see these numbers, I strongly believe in like these Jason Bourne type of guys or the Sirhan type of guys where they just have some guy flip the guy that tried to kill Trump. It's like, they don't do any research on these guys. You hear nothing about them again.
If you think about it, it's like you see in like the movies sometimes they'll have like the cops are hunting down some kind of sophisticated killer or something, and then he's like putting editorials into the newspaper, and he's kind of leaving codes in what he's typing, and like every other word or every 5 words he drops a word where they can figure out the code.
Yeah,
I feel like stories like that, it's kind of like that, but it's like they're not even trying anymore. They're not even trying to make the story make sense anymore.
Yeah,
they're just throwing all the codes in there and putting it in our faces.
Yeah, and then if you do question it, all of a sudden, even if you put a post on Twitter, all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh, you're just an idiot, you're stupid." Da, da, da. It's like, guys, come on, man.
Like even just one fact. If you just single in on this one fact, this guy was going to the NFL headquarters because he got CTE from playing high school football. How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Even if you do have CTE, how would you connect those two dots?
But guys, here's the thing.
I have an answer for that after
hold
AJ's
on.
done.
Ian, you think OJ did it, right?
Of course, bro.
Okay. But why do we all think that? Because guys, if it was us, we'd have probably done the same goddamn thing. Now, guys, what I'm saying is it makes sense because guys,
you're not taking my shit.
If I was a rich, powerful person and there was some whistleblower, some person trying to tear down my empire, I'd hire Mr. Jason Bourne, take him out too. If there was some guy who had an island and my name was on some list, I would take care of him in prison too. Guys, this is not hard. This is not difficult here. Like 2 + 2 is 4. Like this reads like the basic plot of like a video game, like a movie. What would you do to win the game? Oftentimes you have to take pieces off the board. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's chess. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, snowboard, Shred Cloud, Iron. Oh, you guys are just 10 hats and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
this is
what's
not
interesting. Like
rocket science.
What I find the most interesting about conspiracies is that if you look into stuff deep enough, you can find certain layers where things that are admitted overlap with the conspiracies.
Yep.
And I'll give you an example of this. So I was living in Florida for a couple of months, a couple of years back, and I met a guy who was he had just retired from Special Forces. I don't remember exactly which branch he was in, but he was literally just an operator, and he has gone back to civilian life. Like he was burnt out, couldn't do it anymore. And he told me directly that and this is something that you can look up, is completely public knowledge, is that like obviously the idea of espionage is real. Like spies might not work like 007, but there are people that have those kind of specialized skills and will go and do similar type of missions to the movies that we watch. Yeah. And he was telling me that number one, and again, this shouldn't surprise anybody, that the majority of people who end up in these type of roles, they are people that are like retired special forces. That's directly where they'll go. That's the private sector for them. Their direct path is that once they're retired from working for a government, then oftentimes there's already private organizations that are like headhunting, trying to hire them. And the next thing he told me, which I was not aware of, is that one of the biggest hirers for people like that is international bankings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yep.
Like they hire these people right out of the military, and they 100% will use hitters to protect their interests.
Hey, Shred Cloud, how about these media conglomerates? You got Ion, who's the new rapper on the block. He's the new Drake.
Yep.
Right. So they have a whole team of dudes that take care of his problems.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
If some broad's trying to steal the condom and get herself pregnant, they freaking pull her over.
Yeah, and they offer the payoff for the lake.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They have guys. You ever see Ray Donovan?
Yes.
That's what he did. Ion, have you seen Ray Donovan?
No, I haven't, man.
Oh no, you got it. So like Ray Donovan is welcome back to all the
call him a fixer.
Yeah, so he's a fixer for athletes and entertainers. He's the guy that they hire to like solve these problems so that their actors and athletes' images don't get messed up. So he, if some dude's trying to blackmail their like singer chick, he'll go break the dude's arms, or like one chick tried to steal this NBA player's condoms. He took care of her.
And AJ, isn't he ex Special Forces in the
Yes.
show too? Yeah,
Yes.
and this is what this guy told me too, is that a lot of the times the reason why these shows will get these things so right is because these high level like either politicians that come out of the military world or even some of these same operators, if they ever find themselves in like a Hollywood setting, so they can, if they end up in LA, they can easily end up making friends with like high level people.
Yeah.
If they go to one of these parties, then somebody's like, oh, you've done this kind of stuff in real life? And then they'll be like, well, tell me some stories. And they'll be like, hey, if I change enough of this, can I like use it in a script? So a lot of these scripts are coming from people who have had like intimate conversations, basically interviewed people who did the real thing.
But Shred, here's the thing: these guys, these politics guys, and these FBI guys, CIA guys, what's the one thing there is they're detail oriented. So they will somehow get themselves into a room with all these famous people, and what's the one thing that they do the best? They listen. They listen and say, "Oh, well, Shred Cloud said that this is going on. Ion said this is going on." Da, da, da. So they'll put themselves in between, or be able to like latch onto that deal, or they'll say, "Hey, Snowboard,
Diddy party.
I heard that Shred Cloud's gonna do something. You want to know? Because this could fundamentally change your business. You scratch my back, I scratch yours," and then he starts doing that all around the Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? And if anyone has tight lips, he'll bring a bunch of freaking Bolivian marching powder he stole out of the local FBI locker, evidence locker, and that'll get him talking. Okay, you guys know who Aldrich Ames was? This guy?
I've never heard of him.
Guys, Aldrich Ames.
I know about him.
Yeah,
I know about him.
He was one of the most famous.
He's a spy in the FBI.
Russian
he was in charge of
spies.
looking for him, bro.
Yes.
He was in charge of looking for them. And he got our assets killed by Russians. He was like giving them
so
the
like
secret
let's just
information.
say Shred Cloud was a spy who was being dropped behind the Iron Curtain. Dude, he would tell the Russians right where you were. So right when your parachute hit, you were cooked. You're dead. Dead as a duck on New Year's Eve, dude. And do you know how this guy got caught? Because he had this Brazilian wife that was like, "I want money," right? So, guys,
Yep.
You ratted him out.
No.
She just spent too much money, went crazy.
Yeah. He had a nicer suit and a nicer watch than the head of the FBI.
Like he bought a new house, he had new Cadillacs, new Jaguars.
Yeah.
And they were like, and he kept passing all of the Russians showed him how to pass the lie detector test.
Yep.
So they would bring up the annual lie detector test. He would always pass it, but all the people around him, they were like, "Where's he getting all of this money from?" Like he'd have thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
The feds caught him. They finally like caught on to him. I think he left like a foot trail, and they were actually able to catch him. They arrested him and his wife, man.
Yeah.
Man, you know what's so funny about that? And it just goes to show how much these organizations have in common. That's the same reason that Jimmy killed the fat guy in Goodfellas.
Facts, yeah. It's true.
Yep.
Guys, look at this. So the CIA finally finally focused on Ames after coworkers noticed his sharper personal appearance. Look at this. Including cosmetic dentistry, Ames teeth that were yellowed.
He got a grill.
Of heavy smoke. I know. Next thing you know, he goes from Aldrich Ames to Paul Wall.
Teeth in a jag. You're done.
Look at this. So he went from bargain-based attire to wearing
Just selling Bitcoin.
Tailored suits not even his superiors could afford. Then, despite his $60,000 salary, which was a lot in 1985.
That's great, bro.
1986.
You're a
60K
homeowner.
Was what?
You're
what
a
is that?
homeowner on one salary.
And you have a boat.
60,
and you have a boat.
How much?
Going on vacation every year.
60K in 1980s worth today. Oh, shut up. So he was making $235,000 a year in today's dollars. So he was already making a great salary, right? And he said that he had a $540,000 house. Whoa, hold on, $540K.
It's like a mega mansion today.
That's a $2.1 million house he bought cash. Cash. He had a $50,000 Jaguar. He did $999,000 worth of remodeling his house. $6,000 worth of annual calls, servants from the Philippines. Premium credit cards. His minimum monthly payment was more than his salary. But guys, yeah, that was all his wife. You know what I'm saying? And he's an idiot anyways, but guys, come on.
Just like a woman.
Clown world, guys. Clown world. So yeah, he got, dude. He got. Shred Cloud or Snowboard. Were you done?
I just wanted to say that the word conspiracy theory in and of itself is a counterintelligence type term to discredit anyone who questions any of it. So that's one. And one other reason is you're saying, well, you know, how did some of these people go crazy to do some of these various crimes and stuff? And the MK Ultra program,
bro,
that stuff is real.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna.
Majestic 12, MK Ultra, all of that, man.
Yeah, so they have various programs like that where they've done that to people, and one of the people who they did it to was I'll call him Ted K, the guy in the '90s who put I
know who you
packages.
Oh yeah.
He liked to hang out in the woods.
He was
by
a very
himself.
smart.
Yeah.
He was a very smart man who got driven crazy from that, and it made him go crazy because he was, you know, he's like 21 years old in Harvard with all, you know, teaching kids that are 28 years old and stuff. Like he just was a little too out of his element, and he got messed with, and that compounded him to start to go crazy. But they made him crazy. So the word conspiracy theory is meant to discredit you, and then there are people who are driven to do these irrational things. Now, the people that shot some of these recent CEOs, I think we're actually sane, but they're saying this is there's a great quote from this guy called Marvin Heemeyer, who is called the Killdozer guy. He said, at a certain point, a reasonable man must do unreasonable things to be righteous. And there's a lot of truth to that. And that's what we're getting to with the tipping point of some of these people who are going to ice out, you know, that United Healthcare people and stuff, because they're saying, like, if something isn't done, somebody has to hit a breaking point, and this is going to be inevitable. So they're not necessarily MK Ultra people, but every single time, almost without fail, you see some of these school pew-pew incidences.
Come on, bro.
There's always a kid in there that they knew about and, like, somehow gets the money to get an AR-15. And he worked at Wendy's over the summer, and he's got, like, a $5,000 gun.
Guys, here's the thing about the whole AR thing that just drives you crazy. You guys know that I love pointing out the holes in the woke logic or their whole platform, right? Guys, right now the left only wants what I call political wins, right? Meaning wins that don't do anything. Guys, for instance, the whole a big hole in leftist logic is the whole Islam thing, right? How is the left tolerate those that don't identify with their ideals?
They're like the most conservative of anyone.
Yes, they are the most intolerant group, especially people that are coming here. They want people to come here that are diametrically opposed to their values, but they can't actually come out and say it, or they'll be called racist, even though Islam is not a race, right? Guys, if you were to ban all AR-15s tomorrow, it wouldn't put a dent in gun crime.
Yeah.
Guys, was it 300 people die a year because of rifles? 57,000 die from handguns?
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of them are self-delete.
But here's the thing, guys. They're also women, children, veterans, homeless, blacks, LGBTQ. Every single group of people that the wokey wokes claim to care about are affected by handgun violence.
Yep.
Any person that tries to say, "Oh, you're all about ARs," like, yeah, but you don't want to ban handguns. Why do you hate black people?
Hey, my ex was we were crazy opposed on a lot of those views, and we would always have like deep conversations and sometimes arguments about it. And I'm like, I would try to get her, and she'd be, the police or this, police or that, and I'm like,
please.
Who the hell's who's gonna save you if you don't have the police? Like,
Yeah.
are you is the little homie, is the YN? Is he gonna change from being a gang member and now he's gonna be a pillar
Social
of the
worker.
community?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you call me down when you come home late to come meet you downstairs at the car.
Yeah.
So you don't want police. So like, you know what I mean? Like there's so many
Ion, they don't want. Okay, I have a really good friend of mine, and he doesn't believe in guns. He doesn't like guns at all. And I'm like, how is it? Though the left, they used to be the anti-government party back in the day, meaning like, oh, if anyone pisses us off, we'll have revolutions and all that other stuff, right?
They were
now
anti-big pharma too. They flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
Guys,
corporation in
and
general.
corporations now
They love it. Now they're for it.
now they
They
love
were
corporations. Now they love
pro-segregation.
pharma. Facts.
They were pro-segregation. They were pro.
And they're open borders, guys. Up
Yeah.
until
They're the party
2020,
of the KKK.
but guys, up until 2020, right? It was the Democrats who were kicking the illegals out because they were saying that the Republicans wanted open borders to have cheap labor.
They wanted cheap labor. Yeah.
Now it's completely
Other
flip-flop.
policy. Yeah.
How? Guys, the entire left, the whole woke thing drives me nuts because, guys, and this once again, Ion Shred Cloud. I don't know if I've told you guys about my whole arrogance and ignorance of abundance theory, right? Like right now, people's mindset is I have a roof over my head and my belly's full, so I'm horrifyingly ignorant and yet arrogantly ignorant at the same time. They can't imagine a time where people will have to take up arms against their government.
Yeah.
Think about how stupid that is. It used to be that there was a sheriff and the deputy in the early 1900s or the late 1800s, and they were corrupt. So guess what? Snowboarder, Shred Cloud, Ion had to get their Winchesters and take out the sheriff.
Right,
But
exactly.
I did not shoot the deputy.
It's what this country was founded on.
Fact.
Was the people taking back the country. No taxation without representation.
Yep.
That's what this place. That's the beauty of this nation, man.
Yeah.
That right there is
Taxes
the beauty of.
were only supposed to be really for a few weeks to get us going on a war. Then they're supposed to be stopped.
Well,
they're only supposed to be for a little bit of time.
And they were only supposed to be on corporations to begin with as well. On
Here's the
profit
thing about
from doing business, not
taxes,
labor.
guys. People say, AJ, what do you think is going to fix the whole taxation thing? It's going to take
Very
are gonna have
complicated problem.
but they're going to have to trust that their tax dollars are being used in a good way again. And I don't see any.
That ain't happening.
Exactly. Because guys, think about it. You will go to your favorite restaurant and give them money because the services that you're getting are actually good. So you have good faith in giving them your money because they're giving you a good service.
Yeah.
That's how taxes should be. I should know for a fact that if I'm paying speaking of that, guys, we are jumping around a lot of topics. Hey, Ion, Shred Cloud, did you guys see that town in Baton Rouge where a whole bunch of the whites lived and they were paying the majority of the taxes, and they were like, well, we want
they want representation for their taxes. That's it. That's basically what they want.
What they wanted to have was
and thank you for
a different school district because the majority of their tax dollars were going to schools, not just predominantly black, but schools that were just bad schools.
Yeah.
So the school board and the mayor were like, well, you can't get another school district. You'll have to start your own town. And they said, all right, bet, let's do it. And they started their own town.
And I think I think they conflated with white and black, and it's not
Yeah.
that. It's culture. It's
Yeah.
lifestyle.
It's
You know
class
what I mean?
too. Yeah. Yep.
It's not I don't want these people around me. It's I don't want the BS that they bring.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking
Yep.
about black or white. I'm just saying whatever group picks, it's like, yeah, you're welcome. As long as you're, assimilated to the way we want to live. It's kind of
Yeah.
like the country, which I can't be upset at. In my opinion, it's kind of un-American, but I can't be upset with a person's thought process on it. But if they are willing to pay their own way, I have no. Let them. They
Here's
should
the
be able to
thing.
do what they want. Their autonomy.
There are black members of this town that are saying they're happy because in this new town, you don't see ghetto blacks and you don't see trailer trash Tammy either. The citizens of St. George are saying, look, we are paying 60-70% of the taxes. Why are we not able to have good schools for our own children? Why?
They have a
It
right to
makes
say it, man.
no sense.
Facts.
And then they're like, oh, well, so the rest of Baton Rouge, what are we supposed to do? Get a job. Start paying some freaking taxes, man. Look at that. Oh,
Stop living in a house where like a tarp is your roof.
It's one of
It's like what everyone lives in down there.
guys, hold on.
Yeah, they're like just about to shanty towns down there, man. They're
Yeah,
like on
exactly. Yeah.
the houses are built like on bricks and shit like
And
that.
thank you.
It's nuts. It's like
It's
what?
sad. It's sad because
Yeah.
this is citizenship. This is true citizenship in action. This is taking your community coming together and like manifesting your destiny
And directing your
responsible for
resources. Yeah.
itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to be able to direct the resources that your community that you have, the same way as
Yeah.
your household. You know what I mean? I can't feed the guy next door's children and make sure he's good.
Yes, guys.
Tonight, as St. George moves towards becoming its own city, leaders now demanding East Baton Rouge pay back the taxes their citizens paid. East Baton Rouge leaders say that's not going to happen.
See?
News 2's Alexis Maroney spoke to both sides about what returning the money would mean for residents in EBR and St. George.
So watch, they're trying to say, well, St. George is saying, well, we became a city after X amount of time, so all of the tax dollars paid by our citizens as of a certain date come back to us. And they're going to say no because the city can't afford to lose this money.
Sylvia, in 2019 election to incorporate St. George, 54% voted for the change. Now, at the time, Mayor President Sharon Westenbroom fought back.
Guys, this is as loud as it gets. Sorry. But yeah, guys, so Snowboard, any other theories while you're at it?
They all kind of lead into one. I would also say that like developed into so they used to have classical liberals, which, like we were saying before, were basically a little more open-minded. You could actually have a debate with them, and maybe stopped. I don't know, in the 80s or 90s. I can't say like a time when it stopped, but it kind of coincides with social media because now there's the currency of how do I virtue signal? How do I show that I'm the most open-minded has now become how do I signal the most for the social credit? So they don't have to stand on merit of what they really think. And that's mostly women who are doing that.
Yeah.
A lot of it. And that just doesn't help anything. So the media machine really has people on a lot of these medications. We're not eating well. We're sick. The dollar isn't going that far, and people are escaping. So they want to get escapism. So what do they escape to? They escape to fantasy and fiction. So the Twilight movies and all that. They get fiction brain, and they think it's Harry Potter and all this stuff. So basically, they're not living in kind of their own reality. Their reality is basically like dictated to them, and it's very hard for people to, in a difficult process, to kind of break out of that, because then you have to say, well, I'm responsible for how I'm living. I'm responsible for what I'm eating. Our tax dollars, like essentially, that people don't want to think this way, but when you're paying taxes, sometimes the taxes we pay go to kill people. in other countries, brown people and stuff, so that we can stimulate a war to make so Raytheon makes more weapons and stuff. And like, we have to accept responsibility. Like, we are a part of that, and make people a little more aware of it. And that's usually not a fun thing to do. I guess
to piggyback, I know I think about the duality of me because I mess with the stock market really heavy, and it's like the things that are supposed to be bad for society, the wars. I'm buying calls on Lockheed Martin. And
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm hearing.
That's what the
they're
S&P
gonna bomb
500 is,
Iran.
kind of.
Yeah. I'm like, they're gonna bomb
So,
Iran.
you
Okay,
give me that money.
Lockheed
Let's
Martin.
go.
Yeah,
I'm buying calls. UNH. I'm hearing that
Yo,
Berkshire
I-
Hathaway.
It's going
Yo,
out of
I-
business. UNH
I-
spends their money garbage. I have a lot of inside information on UNH.
Bro,
Ion.
what's up, bro?
City boy.
He's getting that money.
Small hat bastard, you. You sounded black, but you're wearing a small hat.
As he's crying, you see Ion. He's having my morals as he's wiping his tears with $100 bills.
Bro, I'm
As he goes to sleep, as he dives into his money bin like Scrooge. Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hey, look, they got layoffs. Microsoft is announcing layoffs. I'm buying calls because I'm like, oh, their bottom line is gonna do way better now. Hey, that's gonna be great right there. I hear that they're doing.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Plus, from what I hear, they're going to be bringing in a lot of cheap Indian labor, so they should be more profitable going forward. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, guys, back when I was a youngin', there was a website that was called the Vice Fund. Guys, have you ever heard of that? It's not
I
around
heard of it.
anymore. They actually took the site down because the Vice Fund was investing without morals, right? It was basically saying that if you invest in big pharma, tobacco, and arms manufacturers, it's basically foolproof investing. You're gonna make money.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, you Snowboard,
It's
you
like
talk-
vodka in Russia, basically.
you talked about virtue signaling. Watch.
I think we just probably have different dynamics in terms of like, you use the word situation, I use the word genocide. Unfortunately, there are a million starving.
This is a job interview.
Get out of here. No
She's
way.
in a job interview.
Womansplaining.
We'll see
Wow.
the both of you.
Watch.
I have one more question just to make sure we align because I'm very vocal.
Watch me turn down a job with the owner.
They don't have to align with you.
Pro genocide.
Yeah.
Skin is political. Aesthetics is political. Everything is political. Look at that, guys.
You stupid woman.
Clown world.
She's never done a hard day of work in her life.
Ever. The only,
The fact that they think that people care so much.
Other
Look,
than the freaking quarter-pound curls that she does when she's putting those freaking quarter pounders
Look
in
at
her mouth.
look at the top that she has on.
Yeah.
You're going to an interview with
Yeah,
that
her
on?
titties out, basically.
Like, be for real. You're going to an interview looking like that. There's no way. You're probably getting.
Yeah. When I
And she's
looked
got
you up, it
pajama
did
pants
mention that
on
you're
too, I bet.
Yeah.
part of the IDF in the past, and right now with the Gaza, the genocide in Gaza, I just want to make sure we're aligned ethically in terms of what we believe in. So if we're not aligned,
Why don't you go live in Gaza, you goof? Guys, like I said, I'm not pro either side, but it just makes me laugh that dunderheads like this, who just somehow have forgotten how women are treated in Gaza, are like, oh yeah, they're the good guys. Guys, there are no good guys in that conflict. All right? Sorry. There just isn't.
Yeah, it's been
ethically,
happening
I'm totally
forever.
okay with that, but I just kind of wanted to get your opinion before I made an assumption.
And
About
she's filming herself too. Because of course, right?
Yep.
Of course. Guys, this is just like how people who actually help people, conservatives, like rich and stuff, they don't virtue signal. They don't actually have to show them helping people.
Yeah.
Many studies
Especially not at
show
work.
that upper class, and the rich actually help, and conservatives help more people than any other group. They aren't out there with signs acting stupid. They actually do the work and just go home and sleep, you know?
what I saw in your history in the past.
just so you know, she is.
Guys, it's mandatory that you serve in the IDF. So what do you think is his homeboy's fault? He was in IDF. Like
She's recording the
it's
whole.
like saying, "Oh, well, you're Korean, and you did your a mandatory 2 years in the Korean military." Oh, Clayton, guys, I'm so sorry. You guys can't understand what she's saying. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No.
What you saying, buddy?
It's the fact that why does she think you're there to make a living? So
Yeah.
if you can't compartmentalize your personal feelings from what needs to be done in your life, you're probably going to be led to ruin.
Yeah.
She's in Title 304, so she believes she has the right to do it.
But guys, once again, there's an old Chinese saying that are like, "Don't ask for what you can't take." And guys, right now, the people in the Middle East are demanding Israel, and they can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, I'm not saying whatever. I don't have a dog in the fight, but what I am saying is,
with the problem with Gaza, sorry to cut you off. The problem with Gaza, in my view, is the Muslim countries that surround them. They don't want the people there.
Thank you. I was going to say the same thing.
When they let them in, they turn into Muslim Brotherhood and they go against the normal power structure that's there. So they don't want to assimilate.
You know what? Here, hold on. Let's pump the brakes here. Hold on. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you knew that Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, they have walled off their borders so that Palestinians can't get in. They don't want the Palestinians there. They don't. Guys, in 48, when the war happened and Israel won, there was Palestinian refugees that went to these other kind of countries. Guys, they're still in these little camps because they caused so much trouble. Like, their grandkids are still in the same areas, and other places have said that we don't want these people to be our issue.
They started the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, bro.
Those thunderheads who tried to fly to Egypt. Yes, remember them? Those Canadians and Americans, those protesters.
Standing at the border.
In Egypt. And the Egypt government
went over like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And the Egypt government said, Egyptians forcibly remove Western protesters.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Protester asked Egyptian officer.
That doesn't help them.
No.
Can you declare yourself?
We
are the police, and we are announcing, please respect our country.
So, guys, I thought that the wokie wokes didn't like call a colonization, right? They didn't like white people going in to tell the brown people what to do, and that's exactly what they're doing. This is how misinformed and moronic that these idiots are. They thought that they were going to go to Egypt and tell these Egyptians what they gonna do. Well, guess what, guys?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Did you guys see those idiots that were trying to sail to Gaza?
But they get this confidence because Anderson Cooper and stuff is telling them to do it. So they get really gaslit to want to go do this stuff.
Did you see these morons who tried to sail to Gaza, dude? They were like, we're going to sail to Gaza.
Israeli forces have seized a ship carrying relief aid that was headed for Gaza. NPR's Jane Araf reports Israel has detained a prominent climate change activist and other protesters.
The British flagged ship, the Madeleine, sets.
Now, wait a minute. You're going to sail through the Mediterranean Sea with the Palestinian flag? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? You absolute moron.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
The Somali pirates just let them go by. They were like, "Nah, we're good. We're all right. They had enough crap already. Go ahead. We'll see when you get back."
You might as well be rolling with a flag that says like unalive all the LDHD.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, this is what people do. What do we do?
Guys, it's LDHD being tossed off a roof, like on the flag.
Yeah. Look at this. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. Guys, make sure you are sub. Guys, hit the super chat button. Guys, thanks for all the cash apps, man. David, Stan, appreciate that, guys. Thanks so much.
Sailed from Italy a week ago to protest Israel's blockade of Gaza and deliver a symbolic amount of aid. Early Monday,
A symbolic amount of aid. They're 5 bags of rice. We're gonna give them 5 bags. Someone says 5 bags of rice. So the narcissism of these people is disgusting. Look at that. Look at that.
Israeli forces said they took command of the vessel at sea, detaining Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg
Freaking Smeagol over here, right?
Yeah.
and the rest of the crew. Israel said it would return those detained to their home countries.
That Greta Thunberg?
Drones off.
Yeah.
Wow. She's like, she hit the wall at 19.
I know, but I always thought she's really hot in some like hate
You guys
fuck
are
type
crazy.
of way. I
I
don't
never
know.
thought she was hot.
I don't know. It's weird,
she's
man.
ugly.
I have a problem.
No.
She looks like a little boy.
No, guys. I will stand 10 toes down on this.
But
Guys,
honestly, I do understand.
She's
the idea
She's
of,
the
like,
type of girl
guys.
that you make her talk to her friends while you play with her butt.
You guys.
What? You force her to talk. You force her to talk to her friends.
Where are her friends? Though? Her friends are in the
Wow, jeez, yeah.
We're on
That's
the
the type
phone.
of,
That wasn't what I was thinking, but that's
I
cool.
don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
what to say.
Guys, I'm telling you, AOC is that 2 hands around the neck while you just
Yeah.
go
I like
down type.
I like
Yeah.
AOC, man. I like
I'm telling you,
AOC.
guys.
Proof that like,
I like
if she's
AOC.
thin and she has big boobs, like we could be distracted from anything. She got the worst horse teeth.
I
But guys, here's the thing about her. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you've banged some of these, feminists.
That's the best part, bro.
Control freaks.
That is the
guys.
part.
They're the
It's-
loosest.
Yeah.
Bro, they think they're so
It's
high
their
up.
right to give it away all the time.
And guys,
And
here's the thing. These chicks, their whole kink is to be, get in the bathtub, you unzip your fly and just start whizzing on them, dude. Straight up, dude. That's the thing. They that's their whole thing. Because guys, in the same way that you see these like powerful men will hire these ladies of the night to just do all this degrading stuff. These chicks, these business suit wearing control freaks, guys, these chicks are low down, dirty, just savages, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
You are
Yes, sir.
100% right. The
Yes,
more
sir.
powerful a girl acts in public, the more she wants to be dominated.
Yeah,
Almost all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
But the best part is when you just smut them out and keep it moving. It destroys their confidence, bro.
Guys,
It destroys
so in other words,
them.
you got to hit them, you got to smash, and then use my patented.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Throw the smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Bro,
So, yo, AJ, we're about the same age, right? How old are you?
I'm 44.
I'm 40. Okay, I'll be 40 this year. So, for me, I even just think back to like even when I was like maybe second, third year in college, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and there's like, yeah, like these women have been ruined. But from my memory, it was women all of a sudden that got into this whole choking thing.
Yeah.
It was
definitely. They would bring it up. They would bring it up.
People start asking me.
First date.
Guys, snowboard shred. Look, there's a reason why she always wears turtlenecks. Cover up the marks, dude. Straight up. I'm not lying. I'm not lying, dude. The freaking ligature marks, dude. I'm not lying. Straight up, man. Chicks like this are freaks. And here's the thing. And also, guys, you got to be careful too, because these chicks get sprung. They get sprung too, man.
Because they think that they're
sprung.
better than you. They think that they're such a step up from what you normally
Yes, but if you can
deal
get
with.
in on them, all of a sudden, like all that, it's like they have this wall up, and if you can get through the wall, they're just all. It's like
breaking
all that
I break
emotion
them
just
down.
goes whoop right on
Penetrate
you.
that wall.
I break them down, bro. I throw so many. I throw so many passive aggressive little jabs at them. I'll know that they have a certain body type, and I'll say something about a girl on TV, like, man, she got some crazy, like, you see when she bent over, you see the back of her arm like that? I know that this girl is there. I'm like, I don't insult them personally. I just throw little snipes at them. Just to
And she says,
How dare you?
yeah, all these chicks, guys, I'm from Washington State, right? So, guys, these are the types of chicks that I grew up with in college. All these woke feminist chicks, you know what I'm saying? And guys, they always try and talk trash. But guys, it's like they hate the fact that they like men, so they all wish that they were lesbians, right, guys? Right, guys.
Lesbians. Lesbian. Lesbians. Lesbians. Lesbian. Lesbians. Lesbians. Lesbian. Lesbians. Lesbians. Lesbians.
Yo.
Lesbians.
Yeah, Don Lemon.
It's funny you say that, AJ, because my most recent ex, she was from Seattle, and she actually,
I'm sorry.
in her mind, she thought she was conservative, but she was like, she was so feminist, and I had to point it out to her all the time, and it's exactly like what you said, I was always dominant, and then it's like she would go along with it, and then it's like she resented herself, and then resented me for taking the power position, and then she was just like so bitter.
Yeah,
sabotage, bro. They self-sabotage because they don't like your
100%.
authority.
And guys, look,
they try to undermine us all the time.
She would disrespect me, and I'd be like, "Yo, I'm not having it. I'm done talking to you." And then she'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't disrespect you. This is that."
Yeah, but what would that always lead to, Shred? Sanders man-hating guck. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, but it's only good for so long.
You gotta swallow her pride.
Yeah.
And my shame at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I call that putting her mouth where the money is.
Yeah. Kill it with the puns, bro.
You have to break them down, bro. You have to break them down mentally, and they become marshmallows in your hand because it's just a facade.
We didn't used to have to do this though, because chicks back in the day, they in the 1910s, 20s, 30s, 40s, they kind of knew their place, right? And they were much happier because they weren't with this whole women's empowerment came this women's victimhood. And guys, once again, you can be in the safest fort in the safest area in the world, but if you don't feel safe, you aren't safe, and that's the feminist agenda. That these women have it better than they've ever had it, but in order to move their feminist agenda, which involves these nonprofits getting tons of money, right? They have to make women not feel safe, even though they're safer than they've ever been. But Shred, what are your let's move on to you, man. Conspiracy theories.
Okay, so I got two, and one of them piggybacks off of snowboards a bit. So going back to the MK Ultra and a little bit more of the details. So a lot of this is somewhat admitted now. So basically, if you go all the way back to World War II, when America and Russia were fighting the Austrian painter, when they finally defeated him and they were able to capture his research and development, one of the things they found is that when they were doing what they were doing with the Little Hat people, it was not just about getting rid of them. One of the things that they were doing, especially, is that they were conducting experiments, human experiments, that otherwise you could never get away with.
Yes.
Right? It only makes sense.
That informs a lot of our modern medicine.
Yeah.
Yes.
If people are disposable, then who cares on my experiments?
Especially
right? We got
aviation.
some risky stuff. We're going to do it on them.
Yeah.
And one thing that every single major player in World War II was working on was mind control. All of them at the same time. They were doing it with prisoners. They were all trying to figure out if it was possible to make people, because you have to think about it, that was one of the most strategic wars ever, right? Some of the biggest battles were lost or won based on intel coming through right at the right time.
Yeah.
So if they could capture somebody and get them to just spill the beans, that would just be the ultimate tool, especially at that time. And they knew going forward, that's how war, it was developing that way.
Yep.
So they were all working on it. Once they actually captured the scientists from Germany, Russia and America basically fought over them, offered them different immigration packages, and
Like
then they got
NASA.
the crews. A lot of them went to Russia. A lot of them came to America.
Hey, the Japanese ones, we got a lot of them too. Because guys, remember that Japan was also in the nuclear arms race. Guys, they actually got pretty far. They weren't close to where we were, but for having 12 Japanese dudes in a shed, they were pretty far along. Because a lot of the guys, I hate that people don't believe me when I say this, but guys, Japan was way worse during World War II than the Germans of that time period. I don't care what anyone says. That's why all of Asia hates the Japanese to this day. And guys,
China, Korea, all of
China,
them.
Korea, all of French, Indochina, so
They were big
Cambodia,
R.
Laos,
They
Vietnamese.
were known for R. They were really known for.
And guys, they didn't use any systematic things other than swords, shovels, and bullets. That's all they used. Guys, look at the R word of Nanking and actually look of what they were. Guys, there were some Germans, you know, the black wearing Germans there. Guys, what they saw there was so bad. The Germans were like, yo, we got to get out of here. These Japanese are crazy. Can you imagine that you're a Chevy Super Sport German? If you know what I mean? I don't want to say the two letters,
Yeah.
And they couldn't stomach what the Japanese were doing. And guys, this is all the way down to Port Moresby. So they almost made it to Australia. So Papua New Guinea, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, all those countries were getting cooked by the Japanese. Cooked. So Shred Cloud, his device is disconnected. Hey, call back in, dude. Ion, what about you, man?
Just I'm kind of really big on the conspiracies. If that's where we want to go with the conversation.
Yeah. Which ones?
What are yours?
That you believe are true.
I believe a whole bunch. Like I'm really big on the alien stuff, man. Yeah, like where do you want to start? The ancient tablets and all of that type of stuff, man. Where mankind came from, Anunnakis and all of that. Like I study that type of stuff, man.
Sweet, man.
It intrigues the heck out of me because there's a lot of information that it pertains to us nowadays, and you have to, your brain has to try to get around how these people from ancient times did what they did. You know what I'm trying to say? And there had to have been some type of information, some type of knowledge that we don't possess now in order for them to accomplish the things that they
I don't believe that.
did.
I think that they had a lot of time and they had a lot of slaves. Like, for instance, how did they build the pyramids? A whole bunch of slaves.
Yeah, I definitely don't believe that.
Look. I think nowadays, if you look at how nowadays now, I don't believe the whole ancient civilizations were actually more advanced than we are now, because they didn't go into space. They didn't live as long. All the bad stuff, because we focus on the bad stuff, right? But look at the good stuff, guys. We have more access to information than anyone in the history of the planet has. We have so much information that information storage is a new sector of IT. I read a thing where it's like they're coming up with this new technique because storing information takes so much power and energy. So they're coming up with this thick glass that they can laser cut language into to store data. We have more knowledge now than any civilization that's ever lived, because all civilizations are communicating. The Chinese have been around.
But if you look at human history, bro, we were riding on horses 100 years ago, late 1800s. We were just riding on horses. There's someone that accelerated our technology from going from horses to cars to trains, and they were in space. There was someone, I believe.
War.
I don't.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
I think those guys got some. I think they got some information, man. So
no. I think because if you read Guns, Germs, and Steel is my favorite book. It's basically saying, because you guys know I don't do this whole, the Europeans were just especially more racist than anyone else. The Europeans were conflict breeds.
Everybody enslaved each other.
Thank you. Yes. Yep. Guys, Western Europe is a very, 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 very small part of the world, right? Let's just look at Europe, right? Western Europe will fit in the Pacific Northwest. If you actually look at the land mass of Europe, this right here, I can't make this bigger. Whoops. This will fit in Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, and Montana is the size of everything but Russia. That's how small Europe is. All these different cultures and people are living here, and they're bonking each other upside the head. Now, in Africa, in Asia, in North America, South America, there was lots of land. There was resources, right? There was places where there wasn't that much bad weather. So Native American tribes, while they still did fight, they could just go 8-9 miles away and never see each other, right? You look at like Pennsylvania, go to PA, Allentown, Pennsylvania, then Elizabethtown's like 5 miles away because some part of the population said, screw you, and they moved away and started a new town. Europe wasn't like that. They had to learn how to pickle things, and then they started using gunpowder, and then also they started hurting animals first. So they were immune. They built up immunities to these diseases, and then once they started spreading around, they had better technology and disease, and that's what actually made the Europeans have the best technology. I actually call World War I and World War II the Great War. It's just one continuous war.
Like necessity is the mother of all invention is like it was a 10-year something like that.
But World War I and World War II were the same war. Right? I mean, technically, right? They were the same powers fighting each other. So when we started World War I with zeppelins and biplanes, and then ended it with jets, radar, and nukes, it was all because of war. That's all it is. You know.
I think we got that information, man. I think I think we've taken technology from like Downcraft and things of that nature, bro. For our technology to get there's just like a big leap in technology to me that I don't think that I have the answers. I might be looking in the wrong places.
I partly agree with you, but it's hard to
without definitive proof,
quantify it or prove it.
Shred,
yeah, of course.
Shred, say something. Hold on, Shred, say something.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I wanted to jump in on the actually, AJ. I wanted to ask you about the whole like most people and me myself. I was also convinced that it was unlikely that past civilizations were advanced, especially not more advanced than us. I was having a conversation with a friend one time though, and like he at least got me to question it. So I'm going to ask you kind of the same way that he put it to me, because the first thing he presented to me, which makes a lot of sense, is that we are in a time where there's so much development, so much technological advancement that we have what's called normalcy bias. Like we're very used to things going ahead very quickly. And right now it's very easy for us to acknowledge mankind's ability to be creative and create things. But because we're not living in a time of great destruction, it's like we don't really recognize or appreciate just how good mankind is at destroying things. And the way that he presented it to me is that, so if we had a war that was serious enough that we just had a large swath of the men die, and we had every man that knew how to create a microchip from scratch, if they're all gone, we know that some people could still build computers with the parts we had left. But how long do you think it would take if we had all the people that could build computers and all the people that could make a silicone chip from scratch? How long would it take us to get another chip?
Well, and all evidence of the chips were all gone.
Well, if you think about silicone probably would break down sooner than like stone, especially with like how many hundreds of years it would take you to get back to being advanced. And even think about this: if we were in a situation where it got so bad that we've already lost all the guys that can make computers and to make the chips, how long do you think it would take us? Because obviously we focus so much on warfare to be destroying each other. We've shut down probably most of our core manufacturing.
I guess
how long do you think it would take us to start
is
melting down all the like elements in the computers and stuff to withdraw the gold and stuff to use it as a resource? Like we will destroy everything to get to our goals if it's necessary.
But
I think that. Go ahead.
But here's the thing. It depends on how much evidence of said technology is left. because there's always those super intelligent people born. There's kids born in junkyards in Africa that can build robots out of scrap in a junkyard. There's always going to be
That's
that
because they live on Earth at the same time where there is other people that can do that.
No, but they don't live in these. These are people that grow up in these shanty towns with no television. No, they don't see. They just have the ability. There are people who are always going to be. They're going to innovate. Okay, you guys know what the noble savage theory is? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay, what is the noble savage theory?
The noble savage theory, it like purports that basically all these lands that were colonized, that everybody was just getting along.
Is someone clicking like a mouse or something?
That's probably me, Mo.
Yeah, you just mute until you
sorry,
until
brother.
you talk because my ears are starting to be. Thanks,
man.
Sorry. Keep going.
It's basically that like before the evil colonizers showed up, everybody was just like singing and dancing and in a prayer circle singing Kumbaya. And only the evil settlers really had hate and killing in their heart.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the foreigners and the natives are always good people.
I think that the way that people think that people from thousands of years ago that didn't live past the age of 30 were somehow more enlightened than us. I'm not saying anyone here is saying that. That's a like a technological view of the noble savage theory. Guys, things like the automobile. They invented the first automobile. Was it in like 1860 something? When
electric
was the first car created? Let's see. The first car was created in 1885. So you're trying to tell me from 1885 to 1920 there wasn't enough time to innovate and actually start putting cars and leading to tanks and planes and bombs. People just don't know when these technologies started becoming an actual thing. The mid to late 1800s, a lot of the things, the chemicals, explosives, things that we know now were actually invented. There just was no practical application until, there was a big war. And all of a sudden, they started going through all the patents and saying, hey, look, guys, we might need this thing with wheels and a big gun, and we can call it a tank. And hey, there's this thing called what's it called? Saran wrap or
hydrogen bomb.
The saran wrap. What's it called? What's it called? Was it? What is it called? Guys, plastic wrap, right? Plastic wrap.
Saran wrap.
Plastic wrap was actually made to keep
cellophane.
Cigarettes. Yes, cellophane. They put it around cigarettes and guys MREs to keep them dry during the early wars of the 1900s. And then they said, wait a minute, if I get shot, I wrap a guy's leg in this, it'll actually help keep the wound clean. So we had so much innovation because there was so much war. There was the Russo-Japanese War. There was the war in the Philippines where we helped the Philippines be liberated from Spain. There was was it Mexican American War or whatever, but there were so many wars from like 1875 to like 1945.
So humans, and that kind of goes to my point. Humans have been warring since we've been on this planet. What accelerated
the Industrial Revolution? Okay. Completely changed the world. When was the Industrial Revolution?
No. I'm not talking about the war part. I'm talking about like the advance, going to space, putting people on the moon.
Yes, which came from rockets that came from World War II.
I agree. I agree with that part. But it's the technology itself.
But what's the number one thing
I think you're each right. I read a book.
Snowboard. What makes people innovate is incentive, right? Incentive. If for 40 years you took every single scientist and said, "If make this work, and we'll reward you handsomely," and the Soviet Union said, "Make this work, or we'll kill your entire family."
That's a good motivator.
You understand that? That's a good motivator. So I think once again that to say that there's some external factor other than human conflict that's been the number one thing that's always made humans progress because benefits come from we invent ways to save lives in the middle of inventing ways to take life, which is the craziest thing about us. So.
What do you think about dinosaurs then?
That they're real. I mean, dinosaurs were around millions of years ago, you know, and I'm glad they're not around today because they're huge. But yeah, dinosaurs are a thing.
So you think that these things just transition themselves into like new beginnings? Like the world just says, all right, we're going to be dominated by these flying birds for however millions of years. And
No,
then
they-
the world itself just says, we're going to stop doing the flying birds and we're going to do primates now. And then the primates
No,
take over.
I think that there was some ELE, some extinction level event that wiped out the dinosaurs, and then the Earth. See, guys, here's the thing. The environment is the environment, right? Like life responds to the environment. What happens is that we always try and make sense out of the environment, which kind of like doesn't make sense. Like the Earth will do what the Earth does, right? Now, most of the time, or even now, human beings, animals, plants, we are reacting to the Earth. This is why Jordan Peterson made a great point when he was that French beta was like, but don't you think, Dr. Jordan Peterson, that women was very oppressed? Yeah, he goes, nature oppressed men and women together. Men and women have been working together to fight off Mother Nature our entire existence. So we're trying to think about a macro type of like look at history and millions of years and like our kind of limited understanding of like how it works. The dinosaurs got wiped out. Hell, one day we can get wiped out too. Who knows? You know what I mean? There could be something.
No,
that
I
happens.
completely, you know what I mean? To me, that's where I look for this type of information. I'm just, those are the things that intrigue me. It's not something I might necessarily
Yeah.
believe 100%, but it's that gap. It's all right, so were the humans around when the dinosaurs, how would we survive then? To me, it seems of a grander, intelligent design. It might not be micromanaged the way we want it to, we may think it, or we've been taught that it is micromanaged, as you ask for something and you get it or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think there's like certain catalysts or minds, for lack of a better
Well, I
word.
can tell you though that we breathe and eat and through the same orifice. That's a pretty stupid design, so we could choke to death. That's a pretty dumb design. Men still have nipples. That's pretty stupid. You know what I mean? Like if you look at like, I believe that like in reacting to external factors, I mean, up until recently with the technology, even up until the Roman time where they had aqueducts and all that, we were basically just Forrest Gumping our way through existence, just doing our best, you know.
Are you sure though?
What's that?
Because here's the thing. Okay, so going back to the ancient thing, and again, I'm not necessarily saying that they're as advanced as we were, but I think that they themselves left evidence behind that they were somewhat advanced. Like, for instance,
I don't think that's the question, though. I just think that us
they
having
just couldn't be what we described them as. Like, they couldn't be these knuckle draggers and build like cathedrals in Europe.
Wait. Who describes ancient civilizations? I would actually say that most.
Well, you said they were Forrest Gump. You can't Forrest Gump.
No. Didn't I say? I said that up until the Romans, right? I said up until then.
Okay.
When we had
So what about
aqueducts and
Egypt?
all that. What's that?
What about the pyramids?
Well, even then, you know. But what about the rest of the world? All right, so you
But
had
those things are mathematically,
like
Yeah,
they're
they proved they literally you can advise that they built those to prove how smart they were. And even another evidence is that we have university courses around the world right now that attempt to study how Egypt built the things they built.
Slaves. That's how they did it.
I mean,
a lot of people with it, and they were whipping them. That's how they did it. Guys, hold on. I can build a pyramid out of playing cards. It's mathematically possible. All right, guys. If you take enough rocks, this is what they said about Stonehenge. How did Stonehenge get out there? They got a bunch of people that they enslaved, and they dragged those big rocks out there. They had a bunch of slaves, and they said, "You better build this pyramid, or we're gonna kill you all." I mean, guys, it's just basic knowledge. I'm not trying to say it's impossible.
I have
Hold on, guys. I have a super chat. Hold on.
Well, the thing is that they might have
hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Steve says that the patent office and the government has expressed many inventions due to national security, and then somehow big companies have the idea. Yeah, guys, did you know that they were going to close the patent office in 1901 because they thought that everything that was going to be invented had been invented? Thanks, Steve. Thanks, man.
Seriously.
Wouldn't be
Garlic
surprised.
croutons, dude.
Sorry, Shred, you were saying? Sorry, man. I interrupted you.
I was talking about the pyramids, I think. Yeah, well, the slaves thing. Okay, so if I grant that, right? Because I'm only looking at this hypothetically. I don't actually think that I know what happened at all. Just kind of like what you were saying about 9/11. But some of the things I'm more about when the official story has blatant holes in it. That makes me ask questions. So
yeah,
when it comes to even the slave argument, okay, let's say they built it with slaves. That's still, the engineers must have been super smart because it's not just mathematically how they're built and sit on Earth. Like they aligned in such a way that it matched up with like orbits in space. So at the very least, it doesn't prove they were traveling there, but they understood what was going on above them. Like they understood how things were
they're
moving
on the
apart.
same logistical lines of pyramids that are in Peru and China.
Yeah.
And it's like,
right. So
if
they
they're
also understood
all-
the Earth itself.
Yeah.
They proved it with the building.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
And-
guys. Once again,
and a lot of these things, they can't be done unless you're seeing them from the top down. That was the main thing. How did they get up in the air?
But you don't know that either, guys. Look. They look at all of the stuff that they built in like Rome and all these other places where when you look on a map, you're like, wow, guys, how do they even make maps? How do they have cartographers back in the day when they would like sail down the coast and have these perfectly detailed maps that to me look like they were having a bird's eye view?
Well,
but somehow someone
go ahead. Sorry,
was smart enough to actually be able to look and think three-dimensionally, or actually think in a dimension where they could draw the map in a way where it was accurate. You know
And
what I'm
hot
saying?
air balloons too.
And guys,
I was
also
gonna say,
too,
I think that blimps were just used a lot more back in the day. Okay, so for instance, what I think about a lot is that even right now, there's so many different facts about World War II that many of us we will consider, like even what you were saying about Japan.
Yeah.
A lot of what we're given in the official story. I mean, when you look at America makes it look like they beat the Germans, which is like patently false. Like Russia
that's true.
lost 20
Stalingrad.
million
Russia really did.
soldiers, just soldiers.
Stalingrad.
Russia lost 20 million soldiers defeating Germany. America did not defeat Germany. They ended Japan's campaign, and they helped in like France and stuff like that. But they were not. You could not give them.
I disagree.
a big
I
part of the
disagree
credit
with
for
that.
taking down
I
Germany.
disagree with that, sir. I disagree with that.
Which part?
Okay, so my point because I'm actually trying to get to a different point. My point is that even something as recently as World War II, at this point now, we can probably all agree that there's different stories that might make more sense one than the other, and there's some
and we
parts
find
that might
out
not be
more
accurate,
stuff
other
every
parts that
day.
are accurate.
We find out more. There's more and more books written about World War II every day. They make more discoveries, all this other stuff.
My
it is.
overall point, though, is that if we can be unclear about history that happened 100 years ago, imagine how distorted something could be 500 years ago.
But I guess my point is that the answer is I don't know. I don't
No,
know. It's
no, I
a perfectly
agree.
good answer.
And
The best
I actually
answer you can give is I don't know. You know,
I actually want to present one that I find like it's fun. It's not necessarily like, again, I don't take any of this that seriously. But
Yeah.
it is interesting. So
it is fun though.
dinosaurs.
But guys,
Yeah.
this
I have.
this is what we talk about instead of doom scrolling through TikTok like
Yeah,
a 304.
Going back to dinosaurs, does anybody here know when the word dinosaur started to be used commonly?
Hold on. Roblox. He says
I
the
think
Roswell.
like in the 60s.
Roblox says the Roswell crash changed everything. As humans, we have some smarts after Roswell technology exploded. We're smart, but not that smart. But hey, thanks for being a member. I appreciate that. Now, guys, I can say that I believe aliens do exist. Because, guys, to say it's impossible, that's a positive
Completely
statement, and you have to have
ignorant.
proof that it is impossible. I believe that aliens are real. I just think that I don't think it's probable that I could even make a stretch and say that if there was some type of crash, because a lot of times they put these feelers out there just to make people seem like crackpots for bringing it up. You You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But is
Majestic
it
12, man.
Conspiracy
is
theory.
it probable
call
that they're kidnapping people and giving them the anal probe? I don't believe that. That's just me. We can agree to disagree, guys. But there are aliens out there because there's millions and millions of planets out there, and statistically, there has to be aliens out there. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, I 100% agree with you, AJ. As far as like, it's only logical if you believe in the expanding universe and just the size that we understand the universe to be. It's absurd to think that there's not a very good chance that there are aliens in existence. But then again, whether you believe that they visited us in ancient times or if you believe it was Roswell, which is like 60 years ago, and that maybe they're coming back and stuff like that, it is absolutely ridiculous to think that a civilization could have the technology to get here.
Yeah,
and that they can't figure out how to get back, or if they
won't
get
conquer us. Yeah,
or whatever they came here for, they would have it in 2 to 3 years and be back to where they were going. Don't tell me that these guys were smart enough to get here, and then they're bumbling out of the ship like, "Oh, what happened? I'm all checked up."
They wouldn't, or that they wouldn't, Christopher. Guys, or that.
All right, but think about this.
That they wouldn't Christopher Columbus our ass.
But think about this.
Think about it. Why wouldn't aliens that have the power to get from another, a sector of space or parsecs or any type of thing that has the technology to get here? They're so far advanced.
Can I give you a counter argument? Can I give you a counter argument?
Hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead, brother,
if the Portuguese were to do that to the natives of Brazil, they would be the Portuguese and we would be Brazil. You know what I'm saying?
And you think about also how quickly they would be able to just master that conflict. It would take them days and it would be over.
Yeah.
But all right, let me counter argue that. If you're looking at it from a human to human standpoint, we're beasts, we're animals we're gonna take over, we want to conquer. Now, if you look at it, and this ties back into my argument with the technology, I believe is speeding up humanity. It's like dropping, and I'm using that figuratively, information or knowledge to help us or just to move us along to another area, right? If your arguments are true that they can't get away, it's the same argument that I would use for like a orca trainer. Now I have dominion over you, but I might just want to observe you. I might just want to have a 4D approach to you and not just a 3D approach to you where I can just touch you and I can move you physically. But I might, like an ant farm.
Never go home to your family to go and hang out with the orca.
See,
forever?
we're looking at it from a human. We're thinking an alien, and we're giving them human attributes like they have children.
We're reading a book with a golf ball size of consciousness. They have a beach ball.
No, guys,
that's what I mean.
Once again,
it's much different.
But then that would dispel. Why would they be that interested in us? It doesn't.
But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing we're missing. Hold on. The natural world is conflict. Predator, prey, territory, packs, etc.
No, that's what we make.
Aliens are in the natural world. They're not supernatural. They're not Jesus. They aren't Gilgamesh. They're natural beings, just like us. From everything we've seen in nature so far, there's conflict and there's bestial behavior. I need to figure out why you would think that another natural being would be the one thing out there that does not exhibit such behavior.
Right.
What would be if they had such a higher consciousness? Why would it take them 100 years to help us gain our better consciousness? They're sitting here and watching us kill each other, poison each other. The destruction of like our DNA is getting degraded
because you're looking at it through the lens
right in front of them.
And but you're looking at it through the lens of a human. You're looking at this through the lens of what would I do?
I'm actually taking on like they're better than us. They have higher thinking.
I don't.
Then it still doesn't make sense why they would just sit here and watch us basically go to shit. Sorry.
I have a great book that goes over the pyramids and a lot of this stuff, and it's called. And there's a really great few YouTube videos about it. We have fantastic pictures. They're talking about the pyramids and whatnot. It's called Dead Man's Secrets, and what the book is it's various things from museums and stuff that basically disprove our idea of evolution and how we evolved via certain things, like they found a metal aluminum bowl which has laser etching on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And they carbon date it to like 10,000 years ago, something crazy. When we only figured out how to really manipulate aluminum in like the 20s or something, especially to the degree that they did it in here. It basically has hundreds of those examples to say that we don't quite actually know everything. There's a gap in the consciousness of what we know. Like, we don't know what our great grandfather did and how they lived. We have an idea of it. And I'm not. So I think AJ's right with the modern thing about saying, "Oh, war is how we evolve through necessity." We might have had other technologies and all that, but we can't really piece together how it is, and that's why we can't figure out. Like, I don't believe the pyramids were just built by hand. I have seen there's a French documentary that shows that it was really made by hand with concrete forms. And certain things, so it is maybe possible. I don't really think it's possible how they could position it through the. So I think that there is some other intelligence or a piece, but we can't figure out that piece. I think
the thing about it too is that I don't understand the assumption, because there's two different arguments going on here. Say they were able to figure it out.
Well, but I'm saying both people are right here.
They were helped. Why couldn't they just be smart?
I think because I keep bringing it back to this, we're looking at it from how we interpret. If you're looking at, if you believe this, right? These beings, technology-wise, would have to be light years ahead of us. So
Yes.
their consciousness would most likely be, so the way that they eat, communicate, deal with other living
How they
entities,
view gravity,
it's gonna,
perhaps.
it's gonna be, it's time doesn't matter to them. So we can say it takes 100 years, but in order for them to move through time
you
and
can't
space,
say
they're
that,
bending.
because here's the thing.
They're bending
Listen,
time
even
and
if you can
space.
move through time, you're still subject to time. You're not outside of time because you can bend it. Okay, so
Right. Yes,
time's
you
gonna
are,
always
sir.
matter.
Yes, you.
No.
AJ, yes, you are.
No. Okay. Well, what is it called? Time, space, and time are finite, right? Okay. Just because you can, matter. I can bend matter doesn't mean I'm outside of it. Okay. The way that it works, if you bend space, right?
You're cutting down the time.
If you can create matter, then you'd be outside of it.
No, but here's the thing. Once you travel through time, you're still back in time. You're in time. You're not outside of time. If you travel back to 1965 and you stay there for 15 years, it's 1980. You're still going to be 15 years older. And here's the thing. Think about how far ahead technology-wise that the Europeans were than the South American people, indigenous people.
So all of these sightings.
They ate, hold on. They ate differently. They talked differently. They had a steel and flintlock pistols and all. They were light years ahead of the indigenous peoples, right? They were still, using bows and arrows and all this other stuff, right? How can you say that beings like that would be any different with their technology and their view of? Because remember that the Europeans did look down on the indigenous peoples because they called them backwards or whatever. Why do you think it's kind of like this noble savage theory of saying, well, they're going to have to be peaceful? What if they're a warlike? We don't know. Well, all I'm saying is every example that I've seen of where someone's more technologically advanced and they come across those who aren't, the people who aren't get cooked. The things that aren't get cooked.
Well, the funny thing to me is that people, especially like atheists, and I don't know who is or isn't, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't necessarily take a side on it. But atheists often argue that one of the best arguments for there not being a God is that God can't be good. He can't be all powerful and all good at the same time. There are aspects of that argument that I completely understand. Based on the state of the world and how many bad things can happen, I kind of get that. But then these same people, they switch it to aliens, and they can assume the aliens to be good.
Because it's a cop-out.
From our perspective, those
it.
aliens would be no different than a god. So then how can we just assume the alien's good?
Hey, Shred, did I ever tell you that I used to be part of that whole like new atheist type thing, and I'm gonna debate and own all the Christians and all that?
I used to listen to it a lot when YouTube first started. I loved it. The Great Debate.
But here's Shred. What happened? Why did you stop listening to it? Because I think
It got old. It's the same thing.
No. Because they let in the church. They let in the church of the woke.
Oh, I didn't even know. I just found the debates interesting.
Now, every time that you see any free thought atheist thinker show, there's pronouns and all this other stuff. You have to accept that. It's guys, they are right now. Guys, put a 1 if you agree that the new atheist free thinker movement is the most religious group of knuckleheads there are. Guys, they think that there's no argument against LDHD TV that's not religious. They think that you have to agree with every single far left moronic talking point, or you're not a free thing.
It's a cult mindset.
Yes, they have become the most cult-like, closed-minded group of knuckleheads that I've ever met. Matter of fact, guys, I was just on my personal Facebook today. And guys, I was still subscribed to one of them. And guys, I noticed how many times that they were like, oh, first trans, da-da-da, and check this out, da-da-da. And I was like, what does this have to do with atheism? Well, you got to understand. So I had unsubscribed to all of them. There was one more. And it popped up on my feed. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, every post is about, LDHC TV foolishness. It's a bunch of virtue signaling morons. I guess the normal average Christian, the normal average working, I got to get up and feed the kids is is more informed, is more tolerant than these leftist, woke, atheist idiots, man. Absolutely insane.
What's funny is, AJ, we came from it or to it from different perspectives for sure. Because for me, I like the debates. I grew up in like a Christian household. I kind of walked away from that as soon as I became like 16. Then when I left the house at 18, it was like I had no interest in that anymore. And then I still kind of felt like if I had to guess, I felt like that we were probably created as opposed to random chance, which is evolution. So I just like the debate as far as the creation versus evolution. But then I was anti-religion, religion. I thought all religion was bad. And then, like you said, it's like the side that started off anti-religion, it's just like Hulk. They became the most religious. Like,
guys, I have more in common and more values that align with a person that's a practicing real to the steel Christian, like actual guys. If you are a real practicing Christian, you're pro male, right? You're anti 304, right? You take accountability, right? You know what I'm saying? You have traditional values. I agree with that, right? I just don't accept the whole supernatural thing. It just doesn't work for me. And guys, hey guys, we just hit 17,000 subs. Let's go!
Nice. Oh, nice. Congratulations, man.
Guys, thanks so much for 17K, man. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. This is
you got the conspiracy bump.
All right?
Yeah.
This is farther than I ever thought the channel would go. Guys, you guys did say last time that you guys put ones in the chat to start having more topics like this. So, guys, we will have more of these types of topics, guys. There's a video suggestions thread in the Discord, guys. So make sure if there's any types of these topics, guys, put them in there, and we can try and have a live stream. I do have to say, and guys, all you guys that are mods in the Discord, guys, you remember our Discord is open. So I check the Discord multiple times a day because I can't check everything because our Discord is big. All you mods, guys, and I'm gonna make couple more of you guys mods. If you see any foolishness, guys, I need you to kick those people. All right, people will spam all types of foolishness. And guys, all you guys that are mods in the chat right now, I did add one more mod. You guys do a good job, but just know, guys, like we've gotten some trolls in the last 2.5 months or whatever, but guys, people like to troll. I've been good about trying to keep them out of the calls, because if you see any foolishness in the chat, guys, all you mods, feel free to just kick the person. So, Roblox.
I have
says-
if we do this again, it should be that if you do conspiracy theories, it must be from like 1800 and above, because when you go into the past, an alien, it is good to think about that, but it has no structure to be guided to. I would love it if you had not a debate, but a view on what's tangible now. Our modern day, I believe AI is the thing that we need to that's what we're going to have to do. I would love to have something on, not really a debate. I mean, I don't know. It's not really like
I love
people.
Palantir stock.
But just
this guy probably like invests in Boeing and everything too. Like loves.
I got puts on Boeing. I can put on Boeing, man.
Like the Palantir
Yeah, I'm up like 1,800% on my Palantir shares, man. I'm holding like 48, 49, bro. I'm mad.
He's heavy in Boston Dynamics and stuff.
Hey, get that money, guys.
You gotta get the money, bro.
Guys, here's the thing, right? Once again, we live in a time. Once again, up until about 1965, the average man in the United States. This is a gift and a curse, because this was the first time in any major part of the world where the majority of men could reproduce, right? Because remember, only 40% of men have ever reproduced. But in the West, from like the late 1800s up until recently, the average man, graduated from some type of middle school or high school or whatever, got a job, got married, had kids. This was never a thing. So guys were okay with waiting until marriage to hit the skins, popping out kids, working a job that they couldn't stand. And the 304s, all these feminists said, "How dare you?" Because they thought it was patriarchy. And then what did we get, guys? What do we get?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
So now guys are saying bet, right? This is the cheapest time for you to be a bachelor. You used to have Hugh Hefner money to be a bachelor. Now you guys make decent money. You can
live like a king, bro.
Have a nice little place, drive a 5, 6, 7-year-old truck, chilling, travel. You can do
Paid for.
So wait, hold on. Are we not on feminists here? Because I love feminism.
Well, yeah, because you're
took the chains right off
you're
of
the
us.
guy fingering the girl's butt.
No, I'm that guy.
Oh,
That's me.
Guys,
that wasn't me, but I'm not opposed to the policy.
But guys, here's the thing.
They like a little finger. You got a bowling ball.
They love it, actually. Yeah, they like the bowling ball. They like to be the bowling ball.
And a little bit of scratch action, guys.
Now, this is very important. You lick your finger before, not after.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, guys, here's the thing. Once again, now there's this feminist formula. They waste their good years from 18 to like 28 in college, getting all this debt and letting Chad and Tyrone shoot up the club. And then they hit 30 and it's nothing but Gavin and Nug, right? And guys, we all know that these chicks, right? The most single moms now are ages 31 to 39. And they end up
with Simp.
With Nug. Guys.
Pull out game, mate. Pull out game, mate. I just don't pull out, bitch. For you motherfuckers that want to know, I don't pull out. It ain't weak, motherfucker. I don't pull out. Fuck you mean, weak, motherfucker? Said talking about my motherfucking kids. Ain't shit weak over here. My pockets ain't weak and my dick soul ain't weak, bitch ass nigga.
He's living in a van. Really showing up. Oh
trying
my
to find
god!
That clip for like 4 years. I finally fucking found it.
That's called Genghis Nug. Jesus, man. Oh my god.
Guys, I've been trying to find this clip since 2020, dude. I couldn't find it. Finally, I sat there for like an hour and I found this clip. It ain't that weak.
Oh my god!
Guys, don't pull out. he's got 30 kids. Oh no! Look at that. That's Emperor Nug Nug, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, all right. Now, Snowboard Shred Cloud. What conspiracy theories do you guys think that people push that aren't true? Where you're like, dude, shut up. You know what I mean? Come on. Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories that people think that they use as a way to like excuse
most anything a woman
lazy.
says that affects her paradigm. Basically, like that.
Yep.
The cough obviously had a slew of them, which I don't think we really need to go over in too much.
Oh, hey, all right, here we go, guys. How about the GR theory in Europe? That's real. It is. You cannot tell me that there's not some plan to make Europe into areas with a lot of sand. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Sure.
Guys, I'm black and I'm saying this. Guys, and this is proof that the French are the biggest bunch of wussies there are. Guys,
terrible.
They ran away during World War I. They ran away during World War II. And guys, they're giving their country away.
Yo, the fact that they ran away, like Legrand ran away and he came here with his head up high and was like in hiding, like with his head up high, is like the craziest thing. And then they walked back down the street.
Look at their current leader, the biggest simp probably on the planet.
Yeah. Guys, this is him. This is him. You guys remember him?
Would you do it again?
Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Hell yeah. Because that could be my mother, my sister, anybody else.
Oh, I have that guy reminded me of another great one that people believed. One was Jesse Smollett, but the other one was Mr. Floyd being the best guy ever somehow, the Christ of
guys, there
black
have
people or
been
everything. That was garbage.
More fake hate crimes as of late. You guys remember?
We covered a few of B-Dub.
Yeah, and it's usually
like four of them. Yeah, fat B-Dub. Yeah. Small hats do it sometimes too.
Look at that. This one lady here. This is the one that put a noose on her desk. It was like, oh my God, they're racist. Please, what a mess! Tonight in downtown. Of course, all these knuckleheads were like, Black Lives Matter. Now you look like an absolute clown because you're showing out for a piece of trash.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who really
man.
ties a noose in cornrow style?
This doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. They'll. It's like they say, well, if it's such a stereotypical view of what they think one of these crimes would do, and they found her DNA inside the rope.
Yeah,
moron. So
like Jesse, and so he was one. George, Mr. Floyd, like I think he died from overdose, like in that moment, but people aren't gonna really, think too much about that.
Oh, you guys
also, like the fat is beautiful. That's pushed by Big Sugar and stuff to allow people to be keeping pigs and
How about this, guys?
And be quote hot. Women are funny.
The Duke Lacrosse team.
Yep.
It's a cover up. It's a cover up. It was they were rich and connected and blah blah blah. This whole conspiracy.
Yep.
These guys didn't do anything wrong. What a joke. The only thing that they did wrong was put themselves around a B-dub. Guys, I'm allergic to B-dubs. I'm straight up, dude. Nope. I don't look at them. I don't talk to them. No thanks, guys. The worst thing that you can do in this life is let a B-dub into your life. I'm dead ass. Guys, I say this. American B-dubs. Guys, I am black. You can Thanos snap 99.6% of them away. And the world would be a better place. I'm dead ass. And well, AJ, what about your mom and your sister?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
How about that? You know what? To hell with them too. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead ass, guys. B-dubs in general have caused me more headache than almost any other group. I'm dead ass.
Oh man.
I'm serious. At work, in school, you know what I'm saying? Guys, I remember back in college, right? In grad school. I had to take stats twice, right? I had to take stats for public policy, and then I had to take applied statistics. And there was this one knuckleheaded B-dub in my class, and we had to do group work. Now, the only thing good about this group was there was this hot Hispanic girl named Rosie, and this was the first time that we were ever in the same group. I'm like, let's go. And I ended up smashing, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Saw Rose wearing clothes from that Too Short song.
So guys, we had to do a group project. And I knew this broad, she wasn't gonna do her part. I knew it. And of course, no, she'll do it. She'll do it. So guys, I did her part for her. I did my part and her part. Okay. Time for the presentation comes that day. I didn't get a chance. My computer broke. I'm like, that's okay. We got it. So she's up there kind of standing in the back, right? We gave her a presentation and we got a really good evaluation. And she's like, well, I'm like, she didn't do shit.
Nice.
Nope, I called her out.
Nice.
I called her out. And then everyone's like,
Nice.
AJ, well, you know, I can't believe you. I can't believe you.
Can't believe you're honest.
Please. So, guys, what else? Oh yeah, the whole like Iraq War WMD thing. You know that we all knew that was crap.
Yeah. From British.
We all knew that was crap.
Same with a lot of things in Afghanistan too. Like great democracy there. Like, how did that work out?
Yeah, or even then, guys, that we had any business in Vietnam.
Yep.
Guys, hey, Ion Snowboard, you guys know how the Vietnam War started, right?
Is it French?
Yes, facts. So, guys, during World War II, the French promised French Indochina statehood. They told the Vietnamese, here it is. Come on. There you go. There we go. Let me make this bigger. The Vietnamese, the Cambodians, all these people, they promised them statehood if they would help them fight off the Japanese. Guess what? They said, all right, bet, let's do it. But then the war was over, and Britain actually said, look, we can't afford to have an empire anymore. Right? So they started acting, but France is like, no. Nope. We're gonna keep our colonies. So that's when Ho Chi Minh, and I'm not trying to say he was a good guy. What I'm saying is that the French reneged on the deal. So then they had to send in troops because the Viet Cong started kicking their ass. And then, of course, because they're the French, they started losing. And guess what? They had to call the United States in. Which, once again,
the old Israel out.
Yeah. Yep. Everything is France's fault, basically. Guys, let's check the right.
When you look through history, it's usually Israel goes in first and they try to do it either monetarily or diplomatically. But it's always a bad deal for the other country. If the other country says no, they send in America right after them.
Yep.
They use a precipice for us to always attack who they want us to attack.
Mossad's like code is called like manipulate. They have a code basically that's like manipulate. It's basically be like weak and have other people do stuff for you, which is what they do. They don't do small hat people manipulate you from the top because they're weak. That's the only move that they can do. So they have to be divorce lawyers, insurance people.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Things like that.
But here's the thing: people adapt to the situation that they're in for survival. But here's the thing, guys. Once again, hey, Ion, Shred, like, where are you guys from in the United States?
I'm from Arizona.
Jersey.
Okay. Do you guys have any gypsies where you live?
No.
I've seen a couple, like northern Arizona, like in the middle of the desert type stuff.
Yeah, Snowboard. Do you have gypsies where you live?
No.
Okay, guys,
I'm
in
New
Seattle,
Hampshire.
we have gypsies, and guys, every single thing that you hear about them is dead ass true. Guys,
Yeah, they lie.
They
They, like,
lie. Cheat,
they're
steal, try and get you
tricksters.
going over.
Feel
And
anything.
guys, this hey, YouTube. This is not racism. This is dead ass. You know what, guys?
Oh,
Here,
I know
guys,
someone
hold
from
on,
Russia
hold on.
that they have them
Here.
in Russia, and he says the same exact thing over there.
Let's call them caravan folk, okay?
Sure.
Guys, they run a lot of like used car lots, but then you see all types
Yeah, like
of
the
stuff
carnivals.
coming in and out of there, and the cars never get sold. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, guys,
But if you
I
want to
used to-
party, you hang out with them for a night. I heard they're actually pretty fun.
when I was
Hopefully, you have both your kidneys when you leave.
in I know facts, yeah.
Hey, they're not Chinese. Come
They'll
on.
sell anything.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
They're out here hustling everything.
Guys, here's the thing. So I used to wait tables, right? And
That's the same guy who's investing in BlackRock and all this stuff.
But guys, so this one large table of caravan folk, they used to always come in and they would eat a whole bunch of food, and they would always try and get free food. They would always. I'm like, why do you guys even come here? And then someone explained it. They were like, it's because they're caravan folk, and their whole job is to get over on people, right? And guys, they are some of the most low down. They have no morals, but their whole culture is the world's out to get us, so we have to get you before you get us, and that's how the small hats have been. And here's the thing, guys. Once again, when after World War II ended, and a bunch of them came over here in 45, in the late 40s and the early 50s, they didn't want them in any positions of power. So they barred them from, back when political science was a reputable degree, economics, sociology, right? They barred them from those schools. But because there were so many men in the war effort, there was no one going to medical school or law school. So all these colleges where if you don't have people in the program, they cut the funding. So they had all these small hat students who had really good grades, and they needed a place to go. So they said, here, we'll just fill the law schools and the medical schools with them. And then they leveraged that as political power because of the earnings you can make. So all of this is multiple factors, but if you have this group of people that always have this kind of victimhood type of mentality, and they're actually use that as a motivating factor, whereas B-dubs have a victimhood mentality, but it does the opposite, where they choose to not do anything in life. Guys, I know we aren't at 100 likes, but guys, make sure to hit the likes, guys. We haven't been 2, 3, or 4 TikTok in a while. So guys, let's just take a break, right?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing. That's the company I work at, Hoeing.
Look at this, bro.
Ooh.
Best thing, I got my hair cut. I'm short girly now, some layers, super cutesy. But anyways, I'm gonna give y'all like something I hate about sexy work, and yeah. So boom, when you start like leveling up in sexy work and
Leveling up. Leveling
Oh
up.
my god! Oh my god! You mean from
She's a goddamn whore.
from La Quinta to Marriott? That type of leveling up?
Bums.
Like that garbage hotel chain, La Quinta to Marriott. Like that's their
Look
level
at
of stepping
this.
up.
And then they come into your life acting like they're the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you should be
Sure.
blessed. You
Yeah.
should be thanking God that she chose you out of all the other dozens of men that she's laid down with.
Well, she's
But
an
that's the thing.
entrepreneur. You want to be an
Oh, yeah.
entrepreneur.
I know, right? Yeah. She's an
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur. But guys, here's the thing: there are simps out there that'll actually wife up these 304s multiple times.
Would you
guys.
do it again?
Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Hell yeah. Because that could be my mother, my sister, anybody else.
Shred Cloud. Ion, did you guys know that guy's story?
I saw it on your channel.
Yeah. He was Ion. Do you know this guy's story? He's a guy. This one girl, she was like,
Why they got his camera like all in his face like that?
Here,
They're like exploiting him.
Get a close up, Bill. Get a close up, Bill.
You know he was bad on pain pills and stuff when they said that to him. He's like,
Here you go, guys. Since Ion hasn't seen this story, right? Let's do this, guys. This is proof once again.
I just know it's
getting you
ignorance,
killed.
man. I just know it's ignorance.
Hold on. Hold on, I gotta.
Because I have a feeling you're going to be using that
Sorry,
more
guys.
often.
All right, there we go. Watch.
For that random attack at Grand Central Terminal. The victim, recovering tonight, says
David
he was
said, "Play
physically
it!"
attacked overnight after trying to step in to help a woman who was being verbally attacked.
Moron.
Tonight, that
Goofy.
goes telling his story only to Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger.
He has a shattered eye socket, a broken jaw, a giant gash. in the
Not more
back of his
verbal than
head.
you, though, did it?
Beat on my man. Beat on my man.
That, dude.
Beat
He tried to
his
step in.
ass.
He tried to step in. Homeboy said, "Get over
You want to know
He
what the
got
bad part is?
Dave Smith on the subway.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, we're keeping it real goes wrong. Yeah.
Well, I missed that part last
She
time. I
probably
thought
helped.
you
She
were getting-
probably
I thought
helped
you
her
were getting
boyfriend with
beat
his
up.
ass.
Yeah.
He was just getting yelled at, and this guy got the 2-piece and a biscuit.
Nah, he got more than that. You see the back of his head? Look,
Yeah.
that mark from the
They
back of his
had to
head.
blur out the wound on his head.
Yeah.
That's because he got knocked unconscious. That is when you fall straight back, when you're pushing yourself.
Yeah.
He literally cracked his head.
And started
Yeah.
stomping.
And you know what happens to your neck after that? You get whip gash. I said that the first time we saw the video. So,
But guys, once again, he's lucky to be alive. Dude obviously stomped him. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't fisticuffs. This was he got hit and then he hit the ground and homeboy started stomping. And guys,
And
once
man, you
again,
can't be yelling at no female like
yeah,
that.
that's the female. That's the female. Guys, you think that I'm gonna risk my life for a 304? Shit. Come on.
Tell him, Clarence.
Guys, did I ever tell you about the one time? I think Snowboard heard the story. Guys, I was in Vegas and these two Beckys were messing with this 6'3" black transformer, dude. Yo, dude, Jamal, look, he looked like Lennox Lewis in those heels, dude. He went, he two-pieced the butt. and then he stole their purses and ran.
Justice.
I was like, wait a minute. This guy was taller than me even without the heels on. He was like 6'7". I'm 6'3". He's still a 6'3", 240-pound dude, black dude. You know what I'm saying? And these two 5'5" back. You leave me alone, bitch. One of them spit on him. He was like, pop, pop, just popped her fast. Boom, boom. And she went down. And then the other girl tried to swing. She went, pop, pop, popped her too. And
Give her some too.
Oh, I was laughing. And then put his little heels on,
Nick
grabbed their purses, and went and just walked away.
That's the best part.
Oh man, AJ, go over there. I'm not. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with.
Did he still have to run like with the high heels
Oh
on?
yeah.
He did a little skedaddle. He did a little skedaddle away.
Yeah.
Where he's like holding a purse in one hand, running on the tippy toes so they don't break the damn heel.
Oh man,
Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Thanks for
he
all
was
the
on a
super
hot
chats.
pursuit.
He's fucking broad.
You know, I'm not liking the city, my city, you know, and I grew up here. I'm born and raised.
And from his hospital bed tonight, Kenneth Haygood described the encounter he had
Look at the
early
picture
this
on
morning while waiting for a 5 train home from work as he stood on the mezzanine at Grand Central.
And then I see a woman over there, very attractive, standing by herself. And then all of a sudden, this guy appears, and he starts yelling in her face and waving his arms in her face. And I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Is he getting ready to hit her or something?
He says he walked down the
That was the
stairs to
worst
the
mistake he
platform,
ever
put
made.
himself between the man and the woman, and called 911.
It's like, where's he at? I said, he's coming at me right now.
That's what he got beat for telling.
Intent. And they said, where's he at now? I said, he's right in front of me.
Kenneth says he was speaking to dispatchers when the man attacked him. The next thing he knew, he was in an ambulance.
He has a cranial brain bleed,
Damn.
lacerations in his head, fractures all up and down his orbital.
Look how
bones.
happy she
Hours
looks
later,
too.
his
She's
sister
kind of like
Mia
happy
got a
about
call
it.
that Kenneth was
No
at
watch,
fault
guys.
after the man had knocked him down and kicked him repeatedly in the head.
She looks a
Cops
little
quickly caught the
transpicious
assailant,
herself.
who they say has multiple prior arrests, including at least one assault. The woman didn't stick around.
Ah! Yes!
Of course not.
Yep.
He's like, who is this goofy?
She probably insulted him.
Stick
She
around.
left with the dude. That's what she
Yep.
did.
Yeah.
She left with old boy. She left with
Didn't
old boy.
Stick.
And he got some
around.
that night because she was turned on because he
Oh
showed
my
his
gosh!
aggression.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gave it to him extra good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he showed his aggression for her. He was
She
able to
got-
spin that.
Yeah, she got some whiplash that night
He's like,
too.
I want to beat everybody in that subway for you. She's
I
like,
got
oh
to fight every night just to prove my love. He ain't doing all, he ain't doing all that.
so you saw that? I almost had to crack his skull open.
Yeah. Here we go.
There is a hero. I mean,
He's a hero.
You've been had.
What did he say?
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Come on.
Yeah,
So, bro,
hero on
just
World
to-
Star.
Just to touch on in my community, bro, there's so many women that either have they're calling their brother or their father, and this type of stuff goes way further than this all the time. There's
Yep.
always some young kid, a young man getting killed because
Yep.
his sister got into it with a dude, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna call my brother." Brother's not even like a street guy. He's just going over there just to save face for a sister, and winds up getting killed or
Yeah,
getting whooped
yeah,
on,
yeah.
bro.
Here I come to save the day.
Nope.
That's a good point.
Won't catch me, man. Especially guys. Look, is it? I never liked my sister growing up, so I was never. I'm not getting my ass kicked for her, dude. Straight up. And I knew any trouble that my sister got into was trouble that she should try and get herself out of. You know what I'm saying? So
paying for it right now, but I am very proud of the man that he was raised to be, and the fact that he saw a woman in distress.
Would you do it again? Hell yeah, I'd do it again.
He's high. He's high. They're exploiting
Oh
him.
man.
To me, it's like, if at any point I felt sorry for him, as soon as he said he'd do it again, okay, good, you deserve it then.
Yeah.
You just dumb it up.
Tonight, guards gone wild.
Moron.
We
All right,
probably
here,
got
guys.
brain damage from that.
I know, right?
What a dummy.
A lot of that stuff is
Uh-huh.
it's like, to me, it's secret. It's like subconsciously trying to influence young men to just
Yeah.
take up guard for women that they
Guys,
don't
here,
know, to be
here,
idiots. Put them.
Yeah.
Keep cooking, guys.
I'll
be back.
And we
Keep
just
cooking.
saw that video a couple days ago, and I introduced the question just as a question. Do you think that would be the same way if it was like not the year 1940 or something, or
No, of course not.
35 years ago or something like that?
course not.
Back then, perhaps probably that wouldn't have happened in the way that it did. but B, maybe it was more honorable then and stuff, and it wasn't as simping and actually more
30,
appreciative,
40
like
years
kind of
ago,
the right
first
thing to
time
do.
First of all, she would have been living at home with her parents. First time she came home with a black eye or something, her brother or her father went over there and like beat the guy up.
Right, but what I'm saying, let's say that the girl was actually, everyone was like white in this example. It was like 1940 or something. I don't know why I'm saying 1940, but like even a little bit before we were even born. Do you think that do you think that would have happened, or do you think the guy would have maybe had that same mindset?
I think any color, when families were stronger, women wouldn't just be staying with abusive men.
Yeah,
and it was easier to. It was easier to see a woman in distress back in those days. You were pretty sure that she acted like a woman, so she actually needed your distress.
She was worth defending. You already knew.
She wasn't probably antagonizing the situation or keeping the situation going or being aggressive. So it's a lot easier to step in when you're stepping in for somebody that actually knows, well, I'm weak in this situation. Yeah, I'm innocent. I'm weaker in this situation. I can't defend myself. So I think white or black, a time
so it would have
before
been
ours,
so you're saying you view it, if those were the conditions, then it would be more of a righteous action.
What is it?
I missed it. And she would have left with the guy, and like other people probably would have stepped in. Like the whole thing would have went different.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's what I was asking. Yeah.
She would have been the one to call the police and say
like
what
they're
happened.
kind of trying to sell this whole thing of like this is how men should act and stuff like that. When really it's like they're also trying to make sure men don't understand the nature of women, because any of us that understand women, we know that a lot of women like guys that treat them bad. We know that.
Yeah. She had no
had a friend-
accountability, even in the news story. None. Didn't mention her name or anything.
Yeah. Guys,
she's at home flipping her bean about it, thinking it's great.
It's not even a joke. They love it.
Guys, there was a case that I covered. Snowboard. Remember the guy in Houston? He was getting gas, and he saw a freaking Keisha and Nug Nug pull up, and he was just whooping her. Nug Nug was, and then he decides to go over there. Hey, yo, man, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Here I come to save the day.
Nug Nug said, took him out, and Glocktavia got in the car with Nug Nug, and they took off.
Yep.
Oh, the best thing you could do in that situation, if you want to put yourself into it, call the police and get up out of there.
Yeah,
or
guys.
observe from a distance.
Or just, guys, this is the song that I want you guys to think of. All right, watch.
Got shit to do with it. Got shit to do.
Oh my God, this is like their soul music. Like
I tell you guys, anytime that you see one of these broads getting beat up by freaking Nug Nug or Cletus, guys, I'm telling you.
That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
Hallelujah. Anytime, guys, that these chicks are saying that they're broke from student loans and they can't pay rent and they're getting evicted.
That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
I've ever seen.
That ain't got shit to do with me.
They're good. And they're at work. They're probably at work too.
That doesn't involve us at all, guys. So these are women's problems, man. Women's problems, guys. And guys, how many times? Whoa, hold on, guys. Snowboard, Ion, Shred. Yo, how many times have you had an ex from back in the day? Either she dumped you, you dumped her, or whatever, and then of course you see her pop up on the people you might know on Facebook, because anytime a person clicks on your profile 5 times, they're stalking you, it pops up on the people you might know. And guys, of course, in her profile picture, of course, she has a baby, right?
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom.
And then she wants to meet up for coffee, right? she's trying to get back with you because she had Nug or Gavin's baby, guys.
That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
That's one of the best things I've ever seen.
So I've never had a girl come back with like a baby, but I remember one time I ran into an ex at a Circle K, and she was with a guy that looked exactly like me if I was like on meth and lost 30 pounds, and it looked like she was on meth.
Probably was.
That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
There you go.
Oh my god.
This works for everything, guys.
I know,
telling
it's
you.
the best thing.
I like how
I
at the
want that
end
to be like my
her weed was
ringtone.
still
That's my
attached.
ringtone.
This is the best, guys. Any one of these problems, because these women, guys, put a one if you agree. These chicks they're free to succeed and they're free to fail, and 99% of these chicks are choosing to fail.
Yeah. One thing I brought up like a long time ago in here was like chicks do this thing where I call they just hot potato problem. So they hot potato something like, oh, my car has an issue. They're waiting for you to respond to try and solve it or do X. I call it like they hot potato something, and this is the right answer you need to do that because it's really not your problem.
Yeah,
not at all.
But they do that with a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
and I think they do it unconsciously because it's worked for them in the past, and they're like, "Well, I'm not going to try and figure out the problem. I'm just going to like throw it out there like a fishing line and see if you bite the bait."
And a lot of
basically.
their learning comes from mimicking us.
Yeah.
If you see a woman that's probably halfway successful, it's because she's had a man that she's able to mimic off of, whether she did him dirty or not. She's been able, if she's good in business, she's mimicking somebody a man that she's seen very closely and studied and stole either the way he dealt with people, his work ethic and things of that nature. They're very observant.
Yes.
So they're always stealing energy from you, whether it be good or bad.
You are correct.
That's called
but there's
succeeding.
Yeah, they are succeeding. 100%. You succeed, put the boss on top, and you succeed.
No, but you made a really great point.
Yeah, you make a good point, except there's one thing that they're missing, and that's the sacrifice that men make.
Of course.
See, men, we sacrifice our happiness, we sacrifice our contentment, because women want to do everything men do and be happy doing it, and that's absolute crap. Guys, here you go. Here you go.
They don't do any drudgery work.
Yeah, you guys remember this chick?
All right, it's hitting me
Yeah.
now. I got my car
repo.
repoed on Friday.
Got it.
Well, this weekend that happened. So I got my car repoed on Friday. It is now Monday. And I'm grabbing my stuff from my car, and I'm trying to hold it together.
That ain't got shit. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
I got one more. Hold on, guys.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Dude, they need to like sing in church. It's like the
They
best
do.
thing I've heard. That's like
do.
like
You guys
awesome.
remember? Yeah, you guys remember this chick I did?
55.
Look at that.
Yeah, the
Oh,
TV
yeah.
hut.
Retirement, 401k, anything like that.
Is that
And
like a vacation
the funds I
community?
have are what I make in the summer. And then I live off that money throughout the year.
That ain't got shit. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to
Oh my god.
That ain't got shit to do with me.
Dude, you know they're at work too. They got high in the bathroom. They're at work.
you guys know that this is going to be a
Fixing their
actual
wigs.
clip that I'm going to use. Yeah.
It's
You
gotta
guys
be,
know.
man.
Oh God, this is worse. But yeah,
They were new
Anonymous. What's up, man?
I'm just blown away by the Sister Act 304s that we're watching.
Anonymous. What's up, man? Really quick before we log off, Anonymous, any conspiracy theories that you think are true, or whichever ones you think are false that people believe?
Oh man, I mean, obviously I mentioned it the other day, the Great Replacement one, obviously.
Oh yeah, we touched on that. Here,
you touched on that?
Yeah, no, briefly, but you have the floor.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much obvious, isn't it? Like, there's all these insidious entities out there just trying to. I think it's one of these conspiracy theories that it's just undeniable now. They just want to replace everyone who, because I notice with like Western people, is that we're really hard to control. Like anyone who's from like Europe or America or Canada or anywhere, that people that the establishment really hates us because they can't really control us.
We fought for our autonomy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And they just want to replace us with people who are happy just like taking crap.
Literally,
living in a pod.
literally with their hands.
Soiling green, living in a pod, being trans.
One of you guys mentioned The Sopranos, and I always remember that episode where the big guy, him and the other ugly guy, they go into like the Russian's apartment.
Yeah. Paulie and Christopher. Yeah.
He's like, "What are you talking about? You were probably like shitting in your hand a fucking year ago. Now you're like living out with a big ass screen TV. Like you should be happy, dude. Like you got a big screen TV. You're probably shitting in your hand."
Well, it's because these people where they come from, they're from like absolute abject poverty, right?
Yeah.
Living in a pod and eating the bugs is probably paradise compared to what they used to.
Anonymous, here's the thing. The idea of Europeans having an ethnic standard has been so like transformed into this radical idea. It's like, why doesn't anyone say that about Asia?
For 20 years.
No. Since the 40s.
Yeah.
Guys, think about this. Hold on, really fast, guys. Rome and Italy. Think about that. Rome and Italy. Where is Rome?
In Italy.
Yeah.
Now, when we think about our history, doesn't it seem like Rome was a completely different like continent or different than Italy, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, no, it's like the same place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's obviously modern and historical changes, but like the Italians, the English, whatever, they are just as have a right to their culture and their land as Japan and the Vietnamese. It's the same thing. But yet the moment that Anonymous as an Englishman says, I'm English, I would prefer that people in my country were majority English.
The reason is, AJ, it's because it's become a lot more based on like what your skin color is and like not what your culture is. And it's like and a lot of like European cultures are not based on skin color, they're based on traditions, and it's more history. It's more esoteric than
what gets me, what bothers me when I see stuff in Europe, it's like, all right, you immigrate to a new country, cool, but what gives you the right to try to like riot and change stuff about their country? Like you're going someplace else. You should be happy that you got the opportunity to be living in better standards. You got plumbing now. You have an opportunity to work. You can do something with your life. Like who are you to come here and want to change the laws that we've already established for ourselves? Like you should live within the boundaries of these laws because we allow you to be here.
And they're trying to, you should have the new country bring you up, not bring the new country down. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you assimilate to us, not we assimilate to you. You don't need people in our political system. You're represented because you're here. You're good enough.
Because you were shitting in your hand.
Yeah.
Guys, hold on, guys. Look, guys.
They can't build a 2-story building.
Look.
Never thought of
guys,
that.
I
Guys,
just
look.
wanted to remind you that schools are still trying to send books that have characters that are queer or not white. And that ain't got
No, but the way they have hijacked white women, bro. But if you look at the way they've hijacked white women to all of these social causes, bro.
Yeah.
They've hijacked white women to be the face of so many of these social causes with the Angelina Jolie and the Madonnas at the forefront.
And that
They-
influences what a ton of men do.
Here's the
Mostly
thing.
And look what they
simps.
do to my community. It's the same thing with the brown community, with
Yeah.
the black
Yeah.
community. They take the women and they indoctrinate them, and they're like, "You guys go and disseminate this information to try to change what's going on in there." And the men are fighting back.
They turn them
Make sure
against
you're
you.
anti-male too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also in the school systems, most of the time it's teachers, the females, so they
Yeah.
they are also kind of like making
Look at that.
you stay in that environment longer, where
Guys, hold
they
on.
shut you up.
I have seen white chicks that basically want to like make their own
Delete themselves.
culture go extinct. How? Or their own group of people go extinct. Why? How? Guys, here's the thing. Hey, Shred Cloud Ion, I ever told you what to say to, because you guys remember that one land whale that was on whatever podcast, and she's like, there's just
Oh,
too
she's
many
like, I'm
white-
a 10.
white people. There's too many white people, right?
I've
Guys,
never seen that one.
what do you say to a person who says that?
Got
That
shit
there's
to
too
do.
many white people.
I know what you're gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. Delete yourself.
Yeah.
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 Start, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. A great
you
American
first.
poet, said, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make it change. Na, 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 na. Oh,
fact that-
look at
the
it's
fact
true.
that
That
so
would
many-
be one
so
less
many
white
women-
person. You know what I'm saying?
But they blame all their problems on white men, which is so
Yes.
like
Yeah.
they're not in the same
Ridiculous.
situations that you're in. Like, bro, they pay the same, go
No.
through the same shit that we
Hey,
do. What
Ian,
do you think is so
Ian,
powerful about these people?
Ian.
What's up, bro?
The British and the French, when they were out colonizing and doing all this stuff, who are they bringing the spoils home to?
Right, bro. You're right.
Their
White.
wives.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, you're right.
The
Yeah.
reason
Karen.
why-
You're
Yeah.
right.
To a
Yeah, the
Karen.
reason why men do anything is for the peace leave, dude. The guys knew as many friggin' Native Americans as they bopped upside the head and resources that they got, then friggin' Lady Wilbur Snatch would give up some thunder throat. You know what I'm saying? That's how it worked.
Well, it's the
All
biggest
these-
motivator in all of human history. So when we're
Yeah.
saying, how do they invent things, and
Yeah.
or that's a motivating factor to say, if I invent the next car or something, I'm going to get
Yeah.
a ton of poon from that.
Yeah.
So it's why people have flair or say or
Yeah.
create music and stuff to a degree is like to get gashed.
I always
Yeah.
say college educated, middle class, upper middle class, white women, the most dangerous group of people on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Because they can be empowered and be victims at the same time.
I just want to say something. Right now, the current
Perpetual
man was their currency, instead of creating or doing something cool or badass, was just agreeing with women and pretending to be a feminist, and they could like slay it. But it's like, you're actually weak. You don't create anything and don't really stand for anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
kind of
Yep.
exactly, yeah. But they made that be where the money is, so
Yeah.
to speak, for lack
Yeah.
of a better term.
Guys, once again, guys, B-dubs are so stupid that they actually like, yeah, these white women, they actually have our best interests at heart.
You're being hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
It's the craziest thing
Yeah.
because
Since
they
we're,
don't even like white women. If you're talking to black women, they hate white women. They
Yeah.
complain about them at their job. They're like,
Yeah.
they're the most racist. They pick on me. They're this. They don't like me because I'm black. It's like, no, they don't like you because you call out every fucking Monday. Like, I'm sorry for
that's
cursing.
it. Yeah.
It's like, that's the
Guys,
reason they don't like you.
Hey, Ion, Shred. I think that's Snowboard Anonymous have heard this, but okay, where I'm from, anyone who's from Washington State or a place where there's like a lot of Asians, white women hate Asian women because Asian women are to white women what white women are to black women.
Yeah.
White women think that all the best white dudes go over Asians, right? Just like black
They're
women
more
think that
sophisticated.
Yeah, but guys,
They're 3 tiers more sophisticated than
women
B-dub.
in other countries, so women in the East are to Western chicks what white women are to B-dubs, right?
Some of the best conversations I've had, just on a platonic level, have been with Asian and Arab women. From those type of like where you can just talk about culture, art, history, computers, whatever, without any of the pretentious nonsense. And I completely agree with that.
Yeah,
that
well,
comment.
I grew up around a lot of Koreans, Chinese, and then a lot of Vietnamese chicks and Cambodian chicks, right? And the first and second generation ones aren't raised with this victimhood mentality where they just hate men, and it just sucks because like now you see it, but it's happening more and more. How many times have you guys seen? I say society's really, really cooked when you see Asian chicks doing stupid stuff. You see Asian chicks majoring in underwater lesbian studies. You know what I'm saying? Or you see Asian chicks whining about student loan debt. All the Asian girls I knew in college were all like on scholarships, whatever. And guys, those are the only hot chicks that you would see in engineering and actual majors was first generation immigrant girls. So like the couple hot Indian girls, the couple hot Korean girls.
They were like smoking weed, doing freestyle rap.
But guys, where I'm from, pretty girls were always shamed by the uggos, so they would always they would uglify themselves, right? And they would always have this look. They would always have this look. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because their uggo friends or their fat friends, they would always try and shame them. So they would always try and grow out the white girl dreadlocks and wear these goofy baggy clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? But anyways, Anonymous, you were in the middle of your GR theory. Keep going, bud. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's all good. It's great. I mean, but yeah, just like everyone in the UK, like I still talk to my buddies over there. And everyone is just so pissed off, like they've had enough, man. And it's going to get violent pretty soon. I hope the government's listening, quite honestly, because they're going to awaken something that they have no idea. I tell you, because like English people don't really we don't really riot the same way like the French do. We're just not like that. But when things kick off, that you are going to be absolutely decimated.
Yeah. The British grin and bear it until they can't, and then all hell breaks.
But dude, honestly, like the British, dude, we destroy continents, we destroy nations, and it's like you think we'll think twice about some pencil neck government bureaucrat?
Yeah, and it sucks that it's actually gotten to, because what they don't even talk about is the whole transformer thing and how there have been all these transformers put in all these women's prisons in Scotland and Wales and all these other places, getting women pregnant and stuff. Guys,
that's the one thing they backtracked on, was like they stopped doing it because they looked at the data and they realized, oh my god, we're literally okaying SA.
Guys, basically, the UK is everything that we hyperbolize the United States to be. Guys, the UK is like
it's like 3 years ahead of what Western countries.
Look how annoyed! Look how annoyed that copper is.
Yeah,
that he has to stand there.
Guys, this is Britain is at where we would have been after 4 years of Knucklehead Harris in the White
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude,
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
guys
Exactly.
dodged a bullet with that freaking idiot.
Yeah, so.
Hate her.
But all right, guys, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. Oh look,
Okay.
check out Spain.
I'm gonna
dude.
go into after hours on Discord. I think.
Yeah, guys,
hang
I'll
out.
probably be in after hours for like a little bit, but
Yeah.
But if you guys want to hang out in there, guys, here's a link to the Discord. I haven't dropped it in a while, guys. Thanks for 17K. I appreciate that, guys. I really, 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 really do. Thanks for that, guys. On the 20K, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, guys. I appreciate all you guys as always. You guys are gonna see more topics like this. If you guys want anything that you want me to cover, guys, drop that in the requests.
I can't
Okay?
believe no one brought up JFK because that seems like garbage.
Guys, I mean, we all know that bullshit.
Exactly.
Come on, man, right? I mean, by now, I think that's common knowledge that what they say happened didn't happen. So
Yeah.
but all right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, take it easy, brother.
Take it easy.
Bye bye.
Yeah. See ya.